o'clock. I'm Chris Lopresti. This Sports Flash is sponsored by Chef IQ, Precision Cooking, Effortless Results, ChefIQ.com. Also sponsored by Flag and Anthem, real clothes for real life. The holidays are around the corner, and Flag and Anthem makes shopping super easy. Their holiday gift guides are loaded with picks from Eli Manning, Keegan Bradley, and Dierks Bentley. But here's the real pro tip going on now. Flag and Anthem is running their 6 days of deals only at flagandanthem.com. Premium gifts without the premium price tag. Well, just hours after a potential end of the line for Giannis Antetokounmpo in Milwaukee, at least in terms of reports. Nice little cupcake bounce-back spot for the Knicks last night after their loss in Boston. Come back home and took care of the Hornets at the Garden, 119-104, as they improved to 11-1 at MSG on the season. Big night for Karl Anthony Towns, 35 points, 18 rebounds, while Jalen Brunson finished with 26. Here was Kat in the aftermath, talking about playing 39 minutes and producing quite well on a back-to-back.
Too Tylenol, flex all, warm-up, stretch, for real, the fans bring us that energy, and I had the opportunity to show them I still got it.
And he did that. Knicks home for Utah tomorrow night. The Nets will host the Jazz this evening after winning in Chicago last night, 113-103. That's back-to-back wins for Brooklyn for the first time this season. Their game against Utah this evening, 7:20 coverage on WFAN FM. On the AM dial, it's Westwood One's presentation of Thursday Night Football as the Lions host the Cowboys in a pivotal NFC matchup with playoff implications. Hockey, the Stars shut out the Devils at Prudential Center 3-0. Rangers visit Ottawa tonight while the Islanders host Colorado. The Avalanche so far this season 19-1-6. Fan weather sponsored by Ray Cattina Lexus of Freehold and Ray Cattina Lexus of Monmouth. No one sells more Lexus vehicles in New Jersey than Ray Cattina Lexus. Get into the holiday spirit during the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Unwrap exceptional offers on all models, including the all-new GX and TX at Ray Cattina Lexus of Freehold and Ray Cattina Lexus of Monmouth. 35 degrees, cloudy skies right now in Central Park. And with Sports Flashes at the top of the hour, I'm Chris Lopresti.
It's Brandon Tierney and Sal Licata on WFAN The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Lots of hot stove chatter, BT, that we could get into, but how about the New York Knicks and the rumors about Giannis? It's starting to become real with obviously Giannis and his agent trying to expedite the process here, maybe getting out of Milwaukee. He wants the Knicks. So the question becomes, what would you give up from a Knicks perspective? Now, I would do it, and I see some of the rumors out there. I want Giannis, and I understand the flaws of Giannis, and he's injured, whatever it may be, trying to figure out just because that would be totally blowing it up. But I'm going all in to get Giannis, even if it means trading Bridges and Anunoby, obviously Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, there's going to be a lot there, but I would do what it takes to bring Giannis in and pair him with Jalen.
Who's the first man off the bench? Tyler Kolek?
I know. You love Kolek.
I do. I do like him. I don't like him that much,
healthy,
man. Yeah. I think that Shamit's my boy as well. Of course, you're talking about Giannis, man. So of course, everything needs to be exhausted, and it will be. All right. We know about over the summer the conversations where the Knicks and the Bucks spoke. Apparently, reportedly, however you want to frame it, Giannis only wants the Knicks. So there's a slight advantage, Knicks, where they might not have to give everything that the Bucks want because Giannis could make life miserable behind the scenes for the Bucks. If it's like a real old school aggressive power play, you could talk to the Lakers and you could talk to the Celtics and you could talk to the Heat. I'm not going there. Like, if you don't trade me to the Knicks, I'm not suiting up. And that would be a massive leverage point for the Knicks. I don't know if he'll do that. But if he does, huge, and it happens. Right. If not, you got to get down to what you just said. And it's got to be an OG, a Bridges thing, a ton of picks that they'll probably have to get from a third team.
I mean, I've seen a bunch of different...
I think both, probably, yeah.
I took a screenshot of one of these things that I saw last night. To me, this would be light. Karl Anthony Towns, OG,
but they don't want Cat. That's the problem. We'll get back to that, but they don't.
Karl Anthony Towns, OG, and a first-round pick. Well, yeah, but that's the problem.
OG, first round. Go ahead.
Why would they want Karl Anthony Towns?
Exactly. I don't really want him, with all due respect.
Well, that's the point. But without getting rid of Towns, I don't think anything's solved.
Well, I disagree because if I'm going to put myself in the shoes of the Bucks, all we do is put ourselves in the shoes of the Knicks.
Could that even work financially?
Well, that's why you would need both. You would need OG and you would need Bridges
to go in lieu of Towns. Okay.
Yeah, and by the way, with all the first round picks the Knicks have shipped out in the Bridges deal, you'd have to get a third team in there. We're not going to bore you with that stuff. That's weedsy stuff. Third team, what kind of ancillary? Let's focus on the meat here, okay? So I don't want Karl Anthony Towns. Oh, let me take that back. I don't believe that Karl Anthony Towns, as the second best player on our New York Knicks, will ever win a championship.
Bingo.
Okay, we both said that. We don't believe it. We don't think he's that guy. He's
Worth
really
the
good.
shot. I love the initial trade. Worth
Me
the
too.
shot.
Yep.
I've seen enough and did see enough last year to make that decision. So I think we came to that conclusion
We did.
relatively early on.
We
whatever it
did.
may be. Okay.
We did.
Or even in the postseason, just watching that.
Well, I mean, the problem, just to expand for a moment, the things that he's not good at, I believe, really kill you in May and more specifically in June, whether it's help defense, whether it's just being exploited defensively, whether it's an inconsistency, stupid fouls, sloppy turnovers, all those things, right? So we're on the same page with that. So if we think that, why would the Bucks want him? Why would the Bucks want Karl Anthony Towns?
Well, because he's the best talent maybe that they could get in exchange for a super talent that doesn't want to be there anymore.
Well, maybe the best talent they could get from the Knicks, which ties into what I said before about unless there's, like, if there's no power play behind closed doors, because Giannis is not going to be out, front and center being the bad guy.
But they're already doing that.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's as bad as it's going to get. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to get
this is
ugly.
Oh, all right, fair enough. But this is pretty forward with that. There were rumblings of it over the summer.
Yeah, that's true.
Now it's at the forefront. Like they said, it's going to get resolved in a couple of weeks.
Well, by the way, there's actually people saying last night he was acting when he got hurt. I mean, come on, man.
I don't know about that.
I mean, and I watched it over and over and over. It's a calf strain, if it's real, which I think it is. Boomer said this. I've said this. Calf strain, Durant, others, generally a precursor to the Achilles rolling up, so you'd have to think about that as well. But the point is, like, if I am the Bucks, and I'm going to move this thing forward, I think the better way to do that would be with younger or youngish athletic wings who could shoot, who could play some D. And to me, that profile obviously is OG and Bridges.
Right.
So to me, from the Bucks, again, working under the...
You want those two.
Yeah. And I might even ask for McBride, give me a first-round pick, get the other teams involved. So that's where I stand on that.
All right, then can I ask you, though, let's say that's the thing, because this is all hypothetical and just a fun conversation to have as basketball fans.
It is, but like there's realness here. Like he wants out and the Knicks want him. So
correct.
Okay.
Well, that's
it's not like fairy tale land. Like,
I know.
If the Yankees could get Bellinger, Tucker, and Skubal, I mean, this could happen.
Yeah, or the Giants could get Joe Burrow, whatever. Whenever we have those conversations, this can happen, yes. But I'm just playing hypothetical. Let's say then it is the idea of moving on from OG and Bridges and bringing in whatever, Deuce, McBride, whatever picks.
Yep.
You bring in Giannis. Now the conversation is not, okay, would you trade for Giannis or what would you give up for Giannis? Now do you think that Giannis, Jalen, and Kat can work together?
Bang. That's the one.
I mean, that's a tough call. Although what I would say before you could ponder this as I just think of it.
Because I'm not sure of my answer right now, so I need to ponder.
You know what I've been saying about Kat, where I want him to play.
Outside.
The perimeter.
Yeah.
This should, in theory, now you're losing tremendous defensive players and wing players in Anunoby and Bridges.
Which is paramount in the modern NBA. Paramount.
But you replace them at least offensively with Kat playing on the perimeter, with Giannis attacking the rim. Jalen's game, he's going to be freed up. Now, the question is, do the Knicks have enough shooting? Giannis can't shoot. Do you need that much shooting when you have Giannis? So,
I think you do. And by the way, they would also still probably have Mitchell Robinson, so that kind of satisfies, at least interiorly, the defense. No, from a defensive point of view.
Offensively, that's a mess.
Well, he's a zero, but you don't need him to. You don't need him to do anything now.
My point is, offensively, with Giannis' greatest strength attacking the rim, Mitch is going to get in the way.
Get in the way, like a little. Yeah, okay. Not so much redundancy, just being in his way.
Matter of fact, I think Kat is a better fit with Giannis and Brunson than Mitchell Robinson. Meaning, I want Mitch the hell out of the way.
I know what you're saying. I know, and Mitch, 20 feet away from the rim is a complete non-entity. Whereas with Kat, he's a real 3-point threat.
And now in this hypothetical, if you trade Bridges, OG, and Robinson is not in the, you're losing all your best defensive
I don't think
players.
Mitch would be in that. I mean, again, it could change. It could change. But at guard, Tyler Kolek, first middle of the bench, Shaman. Like I said that before. But I mean, there is a point, and this is your ultimate point based on the subset of the question you posed to me. Yeah, all right, bring in Giannis, but is there enough in the cupboards to satisfy what it takes to win a championship? And now I give you my answer. First of all, I think at that point, I then think the Knicks will be incredibly motivated because now Kat would force them to trade him. I don't think he'd want. He's not even loving being the second option now.
So now you're totally reshuffling.
Yes.
What was a team that was supposed to be built to go compete for a championship that is off to a solid start here.
Yeah,
at the very least.
Yeah. And listen, he's supposed to win last night. I don't like what happened against the Celtics. Whatever. Pistons are really good, but I still think they're better than them. But think about this. Neither you nor I thought that they were a championship team.
Right.
We said this going in. Now, I remember saying earlier, I'm like, this team could win 62 games. And then I'm like, no, the more I thought about this, I'm more problem of 555, 56, top 2, top 3 seed. They're not winning the championship. So if
they were one of the favorites in the East, at least.
I understood, but that's Vegas, that's paper, that's gambling. Let's look at the reality of the Knicks now. They're not winning the championship. I think outside of, unless you're a sycophant and that's fine. I'm not trying to take a shot at, delusional fanboys, and there's a lot of them out there. But the reality, the brass...
Chernoff once called me that for Mike.
He called you a fanboy?
No. Sycophant. Because I never heard of what you're a sycophant for Mike.
Are you serious?
Yeah, when I was defending Mike something way back years ago.
Well, it didn't matter. Was he wrong?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Nobody defends Mike
every time I hear that word, I think of it.
Yeah. And you know why I pulled that word? I don't think I ever used that word. I still don't really use it. I know I never really came across it, even in the context of literature, whatever. You know who used to write that and use it against me? Raceman.
Did he?
Yeah, all the time.
For who? Who were you sycophant for?
Everybody. The Knicks, the Yankees, the Jets, the Johnny. You name it. Every team that I root for. He used that a lot against me. Yeah, he did. Yeah. All right, so...
Mike's the only winner out of the bunch. I was at least a sycophant for the right guy.
I know. That's true. So I think... Because there's already rumblings that Cat's not enthralled, even though he played great last night with his role now. And go back to training camp when he was asked about what his role was. He's like, I don't know. Now, remember that? Now, it's been modified a little bit since because they're figuring things out, and the offense is the least of the Knicks' issues. But now if you put Giannis there, I think Karl-Anthony Towns demands a trade, which I think is good because now you get the shooters back and maybe some wing defenders that you had to give up in Bridges and OG to get Giannis.
But now you're totally blowing up the whole thing.
I'm fine with that. Okay.
All right.
You're not going to win. If you don't blow anything up, you're not going to win. That's my opinion. You're not going to win with this group.
But that's one thought.
Win it all.
The other thought would be, let's just see what could happen here. Now, I'm with you. I want Giannis here, but I'm also not factoring in that they're going to have to give up. I want Towns out. Giannis in, Towns out.
Yeah, it's not that simple, though, Sal.
It's not going to be just Towns, obviously.
Yeah.
Giannis plus one of Bridges or OG, plus you want to take Deuce and a pick. That, to me, would be the fit. Giving up both Bridges and Anunoby.
I know.
And keeping Towns.
I know.
In that scenario, I'm not sure that's a championship team anyway.
I know. Well, that's why I immediately propose and pivot to Towns then being rerouted. Because I don't think that it would work with a Brunson-Towns-Giannis dynamic.
Right.
The talent's there. I just don't think it would fit. And I don't think that the Knicks would win a championship if it's just Brunson and Giannis and no Bridges and no OG. There's a lot here. This is going to be a very tough needle to thread for Leon Rose. A lot.
One more thing before we get to the calls here. 888-808-119, BT and Sal on the Fan. Don't you think that Leon Rose should have anticipated that this would be a possibility?
Yes.
Because remember, when he went all in for Towns, and I loved it a year ago, loved it. But that was basically the final move. Boom, Bridges, boom, Towns. Here you go get a championship. Mm-hmm. There had to be a thought that, come on, Leon Rose is as connected as anybody else. There had to be some kind of thought that maybe, and there were rumors for years that might be the case, that Giannis would either make himself available or want to come to the Knicks specifically.
Yep.
They put themselves in a spot where they made all-in moves instead of maybe just playing it out. Like, the reason why I bring that up is, wouldn't you rather have Giannis with Randall and DiVincenzo versus Giannis and Karl-Anthony Towns? Like, once you trade those assets for Towns, now you're making a decision to go all in on him and altering a potential better fit.
Yeah, it's an interesting way of looking at it. I mean, I think Leon's done a really good job here, and he is definitely connected. I also think that what's going to be most appealing to Milwaukee would be the boatload of picks they gave up in the Bridges deal. So maybe that's what we should focus on. Like, maybe if there was a forward thought, hey, we're going to have to, you know what I mean, do something else.
Towns to another team, and the other team gives Milwaukee the boatload of picks. Could that be the?
I mean, it could be. Listen, there's a lot.
Towns has to go. No, seriously, I'm not trying to knock him.
I'm not a huge fan.
I'm not talking about personally. Personally, seems like a great guy, and obviously he's a very skilled basketball player. My reason for saying that was for the Knicks to win a championship, Towns has to go.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever scenario includes bringing Giannis in must include removing Karl-Anthony Towns from the equation.
And by the way, let me just say this. If, like, the Knicks are on the cusp of winning a championship, I don't give a damn who's in the studio on the air. I'm busting in, and I'm getting on the air.
BT and Sal on the Fan or friends of Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut
Same
to
for
me.
the Jets.
Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Let's start with Adam in South Jersey. What's up, Adam?
Good morning, guys. It's good to hear you. I wanted to make sure it is a very busy time of year for me. You guys know I'm a mailman, and I usually can't call much during this time of year, but I had to make sure I got through to you at least one more time before whatever happens. I just want to tell you guys before Nick point, you guys have kept me rolling for 2 years in this truck. You're all I listen to. And if they do this, it's a huge mistake. And I will follow you guys.
We appreciate the support, Adam. Thank you very much.
Now to the Knicks. Okay, I think that the Knicks and Leon Rose, he's smart. He knows just what we see. He knows that Towns is not a championship player. He knows somehow he's going to have to move Towns in this, and you have to get Giannis. Now, they can't trade Bridges, at least not yet, because of the contract. I don't think they can trade him to February. So if this happens soon, they're not going to be able to include Bridges in the deal.
So is that why they're saying in a couple of weeks here it's got to be resolved?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because Bridges is untradeable. I don't remember the date, but he's untradeable because of his new contract until a certain date. So they would have to wait for this to happen. But I think I like what Sal said, and I think that's very possible. It could be a three-team deal where you end up sending Towns elsewhere. Picks end up going back to Milwaukee, that type of deal. But if you can't get Giannis, with the exception of Brunson, everybody's available. You got to get him. He's a winning player. You put him with another winning player, and then you build it in from there. You got your defense from Mitch, and whatever you got to replace, you replace. But now you're putting two bona fide dogs together. We know Towns isn't a dog. We know Giannis is.
Yes.
And that's what you need. You know what I'm saying?
Great call, Adam.
And I wish you guys the best. I love yous. Nothing but the best in the future. I will keep following you no matter where you are,
dude.
Guys. Thank you for everything.
You're the man, Adam. Thank you.
Hopefully everybody's tipping you out during the holidays. Do the mailmen still get tipped out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, don't you?
Yeah. The loan guy. Yeah, you get certain things you have to do.
It's just such an annoyance because, like, the garbage men. Can I call them that?
That's their job.
No, I know.
Sanitation workers.
What's the politically correct thing in today's
I don't think that
sanitation. Thank you. Thank you.
But I don't think that's a firestorm.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. We don't know those anymore.
Sanitation workers, like the issue is not tipping them. The issue is, what do you do with it? They say don't leave it on the garbage can. Then you got to find them, and you're out there, trying to run out there. I tell my wife that the garbage.
And it's cold. It's not like it's during the summer. Yeah, that's true.
That's
so maybe they get screwed
mailman,
a little bit.
At least you live with it. Is mailman even?
Yeah.
Is that
mailwoman?
Postal,
no. We're going to genderize it now? Yeah, I don't know.
Postal worker?
Yeah.
Postal person?
Yeah.
Mail people?
Yeah,
postal
I guess
workers.
we'll get everybody involved there.
Hopefully Adam gets taken care of right there. But yes, that is the point. The point is you want to pair Giannis and Brunson together. Now, you want to do that as your top two stars without Karl-Anthony Towns getting in the way. That's the idea.
Yeah, Hoff was on his massive bend. Did you see his tweet about Brunson last night?
No, I didn't
see his tweet about Jalen Brunson last night. Hoff, just
you think I'm following along on Twitter right now? Come on, man.
I don't think you can follow me, period, in the story.
It's the last place we go, Twitter.
Can I just say something for everybody that's killing me right now? This is not something I pulled from my tush yesterday.
Tell them what you said, and then go ahead.
I said, don't be surprised when Jalen Brunson is traded for Giannis. Because this is something. This is something that I had since the summer. Because I felt this way once they fired Tibbs. That was we're not buying into Jalen Brunson fully. We are moving forward, and we're going to move on with somebody else. And I think they believe in Cat more than they do Brunson.
17 hours ago, don't be surprised, don't be shocked when Jalen Brunson heads to the Bucks in the Giannis deal. That's our producer.
Yes. And,
weekend talent, overall talent, Pete Hoffman.
Let's read the tea leaves. Julius Randle was a guy that Leon Rose sat down with and said, what do we need to do to get you a championship? And they worked together. And then all of a sudden, they bring in Jalen Brunson. Julius Randle moves on. They sat down with trying to build around Jalen Brunson. They bring in Cat. Now they moved on to Cat, and Jalen Brunson's going to be gone. Their coach is gone. Wouldn't be surprised if his
Trade
father's be
Brunson,
gone
I
soon.
quit on that. I'm done
They're
with the
not
Knicks.
trading
I know
Brunson.
that.
Come on.
Just to engage that for a moment.
no,
There's zero chance.
Oh, but
I quit on the Knicks.
But here's
at
the
that
other thing,
point.
too. Explain to me why the Bucks want to get Cat or anybody else.
I don't think they do. That's what we were just saying.
Well, exactly. So if they're going to want Giannis, if they're going to trade Giannis to the Knicks, Brunson makes the most sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
No, for the Bucks.
Who's running point for the Knicks?
From there,
Coleman?
come on.
Come on, dude.
Bridges.
BT and Sal on the fan, 888-808-1019, the number to call. We'll take a quick break, come back, more of your calls. Talking Knicks to get things started. Definitely got to get into the hot stove.
Yes.
LeBron's Bombers seem to be in full force this holiday
A
season.
little depressing Yankees hot stove last night on Yes. Did not like what I saw. Jack Curry, who usually is money, seemed a little downtrodden, so we will get to that, Sal. No question. Hey, who's hot in football? Brought to you by, speaking of football, tonight's game, Dallas and
I'm into
Detroit.
it, yeah.
I
That's
cannot
big.
wait for this. That's huge for the NFC wildcard. Who sponsored whatever? Pedro Home Services, of course. Bryce Young is hot, throwing for 206 and 3 touchdowns. That was a massive win, surprising win. Maybe the most surprising win of the season, maybe. In a win over the Rams, who were scorching hot. Want to save on heating costs? Well, go with Petro. Switch now and get $125 free heating oil with reliable delivery in any weather. And live 24/7 service. Count on your local HVAC pros at Petro to stay warm and safe this winter. Go to petro.com now and get $125 free heating oil, or give them a buzz at 888-PETRO02. That's 1-888-PETRO02. Use propane. Ask about our special offers. Propane not available in all areas.
The Nets entertain the Jazz. 7:30 tonight.
Is up, and it's in, and the Nets have the lead.
The home of the Brooklyn Nets is the Fan. 101.9 FM and always live on the free iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Odyssey apps.
Hey, New Yorkers, fast, reliable internet can be yours when you switch to Fios. For a limited time, combine Fios home internet and one line of mobile for just $69.99 a month. Get unlimited welcome for $50 a month with autopay plus taxes and fees when you bring your phone. And add Fios 300 megabytes per second for $19.99 a month with autopay, mobile plus discount, and bonus discount. Visit your tri-state area Verizon store today to get this limited time offer and switch to our reliable 100% fiber optic 5G network. Fios, for eligible new Fios internet and mobile customers. Both the $15 monthly discounts for Fios and Bring Your Phone applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. $99 Fios setup charge applies. For unlimited welcome, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic in times of congestion. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
'Tis the season for cozy nights and big games. Celebrate with Surfside, made with real vodka, only 100 calories and 0 bubbles for smooth sipping. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Sal Vulcano, Everything's Fine Tour. One hilarious night of brand new stand-up material from Sal Vulcano.
Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth about Thunder. You tell me it's God bowling. I took that information to school. I got my ass handed to me.
Sal Vulcano live. Saturday, December 27th, Beacon Theater. From Impractical Jokers and the Hey Babe and Taste Buds podcast, it's Sal Vulcano live on stage. On sale now at livenation.com. 16 years or older suggested to attend.
The all-new Giants mobile app presented by DraftKings is your home for highlights, breaking news, exclusive features, and inside access to the New York Giants. Watch Big Blue Kickoff live every weekday afternoon at 12:30, plus every press conference, locker room interview, and podcast. If you're coming to the game, check out the Pocket Game Day Hub in the Giants app for live camera angles, interactive games, mobile food ordering, and more. Download the Giants official mobile app presented by DraftKings for free at the App Store and Google Play.
Tune into the BT and Sal Show weekdays from 10 to 2 on the Fan. Presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac is the official luxury vehicle of the New York Giants.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
RU fans, it's basketball season. Make sure you catch all of the Scarlet Knights hardwood action this season on WFAN. Scarlet Knights basketball is presented by RWJ Barnabas Health, the official healthcare provider of Rutgers Athletics. Let's be healthy together.
It's the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. So don't just hang your own lights. Venture out and look for the northern lights. Drink cocoa on the beach. Or be a drive-by karaoke caroler. Because every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can take holidays to places they've never been. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more. Kia, movement that inspires.
See Kia dealer for warranty details. Event ends 1/2/26.
For over a century, families across Long Island have trusted H.L. Gross Jewelers to make their holidays unforgettable. This season, discover the area's most impressive collection of fine diamonds, tennis bracelets, diamond studs, classic necklaces, and beautifully designed jewelry for every style. And explore their expanded gallery of certified new and pre-owned Swiss luxury timepieces. Visit H.L. Gross in Garden City. Open 7 days a week through Christmas. Or shop online at hlgross.com. H.L. Gross Jewelers, where holiday traditions shine.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
On the Fan, 888-808-1019 is the number to call. We'll continue the calls here talking Giannis. You want to do a little Yankees hot stove at 11, you think?
Yeah, that should take 2 minutes. Don't seem like a lot's going on. We'll do it at 11. We'll be done at 11:02. We'll get back to the Knicks.
I have a bunch of notes today. Let me just make sure I get this in order of things that we want to talk about. But yes, we'll dive into the hot stove, the Bronze Bombers, and all that.
The what?
Goes into the Bronze Bombers.
Oh, is this a new?
No, I came up with this years ago, and it's brought. You got to bring it back now.
Bronze Bombers.
Yeah, they clearly are the Bronze Bombers. They don't operate like the Yankees anymore. Honestly, bronze would be a compliment to them. Like third place, they're not even third place anymore. Right? It goes gold, silver, bronze.
Yeah.
They're not even third place anymore.
Yeah, well, the next step is you get a little ribbon.
Yeah.
That's the next step. Like they give, second graders for rec basketball.
They're talking like
who win 1 and 9 on the season.
They're talking like they're broke.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, all right. Let's get back to the Giannis stuff here. 888-808-1019. It's not just would you trade for Giannis. It's would you trade for Giannis, but then what do you do with Karl-Anthony Towns if Karl-Anthony Towns is not the piece that goes? I don't think... To sum it up for me, I want Giannis and do whatever it would take to get him, obviously outside of Brunson, which they're not doing. Otherwise, it's a moot point. I don't think if Karl-Anthony Towns is here, it's worth trading Giannis for anyway. Meaning that it has to be Giannis coming and in some way, shape, or form, Towns going to then build a championship roster. That's the way that I would
listen. Okay, gotcha. I said it under that scenario, I would then look to reroute Karl-Anthony Towns. And maybe you actually have to do that to facilitate the trade so it's done like Giannis here and he shipped out right away. I don't mean you get Giannis and then you try to trade Karl-Anthony Towns. I don't know how plausible that is. But while that's my first option, if they couldn't do that and they wanted like the Bridges and the OG and or Deuce and picks, whatever, I would, if given the choice, yes or no, I would like to, I don't know if I'd like to see it, but I would ride out the Brunson, Giannis, Cat trio for 1 year and see if you can catch, a little magic. And if not, then you trade them in the offseason.
BT and Sal on the Fan, 888-808-1019. Jeff is calling from Brooklyn. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, guys. I just wanted to say 3 quick points. Number one, there is zero chance they're trading Brunson. Part of the whole allure of Giannis coming to New York is teaming up with Brunson. And the only way the Bucks trade him to New York...
Let me just nip this in the bud. Hold, Jeff, before you get to that, Hoff was the one who said it. I'm not sitting here for 4 hours today talking about trading Jalen Brunson. So Hoff is entitled to his opinion, and he could do that on his shows. On this show, I can't entertain the idea of trading Brunson. We're not, BT and I aren't saying that. So Hoff said that. I don't think it's realistic. So let's make it about Giannis, not trading Brunson.
All right, fine. And then the next 2 points quickly. One, like you said, you cannot keep Cat in the trade because the defensive liabilities that Brunson and Cat are you're just going to be exposed way too easily. Giannis is great. He's an amazing defender. So is OG. You go into a pick and roll with Brunson and Cat, you're still getting exposed. So you cannot keep Cat no matter what. And like you said, like you guys said before, look, it's a shame Leon Rose couldn't wait because you can't assume that a top 3 player is going to become available. But if he would have been able to hold on to Randall and that treasure trove of picks, you're having a team of Brunson, DiVincenzo, OG, Giannis, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Josh Hart off the bench.
Well, they wouldn't have had Hart. But they would have had Hartenstein. Remember, there was a limitation based on what the Knicks signed him to.
No, but if they didn't trade Cat at the time, I'm pretty sure they would have been able to re-sign Hartenstein. And with that lineup,
no, they could have re-signed him. Hold on, he's gone. It doesn't really matter. I just want to be buttoned up here. Yes, they could have re-signed him, and they tried to. The problem was they could only offer him $17 million based on the CBA, and he got a lot more from OKC. They wanted him. We all did. Loved him. But I get your other points. Thanks, there, Jeff. I get it.
Thank you for the call, Jeff. We appreciate checking in.
You got quiet quick, huh? Let's give him a chance to volley back. Come on, Jeff.
Yeah, we were waiting for it. Al is in Keyport. What's up, Al?
Al.
What's up, guys? Thank you for taking my call. Hey, they should have a limo waiting for Towns and OG and ship him to Milwaukee immediately. If they don't make that trade, if they get Giannis, they'll win the NBA championship. They don't need the OG's always hurt. Towns, he makes, I didn't know, $52 million a year the guy makes.
Yeah, but Al, before you go there, and I'm not saying that I would disagree that I would definitively trade Cat and OG for Giannis, plus obviously picks you're going to have to give up. To me, you throw, okay, we understand that. You can't say the Knicks will win a championship. They're nowhere near. Oklahoma City is by far, like, they're not even on the same planet as the Knicks, even with Giannis.
If they get him, I guarantee, like Charles Barkley says, guaranteed. If they get him, they'll win the NBA championship. They will play together.
Do you know Oklahoma City's record, Al?
Go ahead.
Do you know OKC's record? Seriously, I'm just asking the question.
Yeah, they're like 20-1 or whatever. Yeah, I watch it.
Yeah, they're 21-1. They won the world. They won the NBA title last year. They're 21-1.
I don't care if they get that guy from Milwaukee with the team with Brunson and Bridges and all them. If they ship them 2 guys out, they will win the NBA championship. I guarantee.
All right, it's a good call there. I love it. Listen, I know we get wrapped up in the money, even talking about like what Pete should get in 6-7 years, Bellinger, AAV. It really shouldn't matter as much in baseball, and it doesn't because there's no cap as of now, and we'll see what happens with the lockout and whatever, the labor strife, which is obviously coming up in 2027. But in the NBA, I think you can still have financial solvency, even if you overpay somebody who's not quite worth what they're getting, but you can't do it too much. And what I mean by that is I'm looking at the salaries this year, right? And Karl Anthony Towns is the 9th highest paid player in the NBA right now. Number 1 is Curry. 2, Jokic, Embiid, Durant, Butler, Davis, Tatum, Giannis, Towns. Now, he's in the neighborhood of a Jaylen Brown, a Booker, a LeBron, a Paul George, a Kawhi, and a Zach LaVine. You could probably, out of those 15 or 16 names I gave you, outside of maybe 3 or 4, really give and present a pretty good argument that some of those other guys are overpaid.
Right.
That's just the nature of the NBA. It's when you do it repeatedly. Brunson's underpaid, so that's not a problem. I don't even think that Bridges and OG are overpaid. Now, some might disagree with that. I don't think so because they're very purposeful, very useful, multi-dimensional players in the modern NBA. So I think the Knicks' finances are fine. There's no overpays. The problem is I don't think Cat's a champion.
What? Well, don't you think that this whole puzzle has to be about saying, well, Brunson and Cat aren't going to be a good enough tandem to win the title, which we've been talking about for a while.
Yeah, that's the primary question.
Now we have to figure out a way to remove one of those guys and bring in another superstar.
Well, not one of those guys, Cat.
Correct. Well, that's what I'm saying. One of the tandem.
Brunson goes under no situation.
He's not going anywhere. Like you said, fold up shop if that's the case. So now they have to find a taker for Cat. The idea would be to trade him for Giannis because then it just makes it easier. If not, you get a third team involved. You get picks involved. Either way, the scenario has to be Giannis in, Cat Cat out. Then it's, well, what's left? Because who else is going to join Cat on the way out? Is it going to be Anunoby? Is it going to be Bridges? Is it going to be McBride? What's the bench look like? Then from there, you have to figure out how you're going to piece the rest of this together and then go take a run at not only the Eastern Conference, but obviously the seemingly unbeatable OKC Thunder.
All right, listen, nobody's beating them. That's certainly the Knicks, not the way the Knicks are constructed right now. The toughest thing is to get those two superstars, okay? You get Giannis, the Knicks would have that. I think the easiest thing to do, and you can't do it today, and you can't do it next month necessarily, there's always a couple of veteran buyouts, guys who can come off the bench, fill the role, play some D, shoot. So even if they had to get rid of, I mean, again, both those guys I would not want to do. But if they had to give up OG and Bridges, I know, but just to push this forward, because I would probably still do it because it's Giannis, I think that they can satisfy the rest of the roster concerns with buyouts. I really do. Like, there's some guys.
By moving Cat as well, or no?
Cat's gone.
Okay.
Yep.
So in your scenario, both wings, Bridges, Anunoby, and Cat.
But again, this is where it gets murky and almost too much to do this on the radio.
Getting something else.
But I would trade Cat to a different team.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
But you're getting something else in return. It's not just going to be Giannis, obviously.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, this thought that it's just going to be, like, the coverage will be barren, and it's going to be Brunson, and it's going to be Giannis, and I know I've said this a few times, but Kolick, Shamit.
Huck Porty.
Yeah, Huck Porty. What's the guy that we got for the Sixers who's been awful? I'm forgetting his name right now.
Yabusele.
Dude, he's been horrible this year. He's done nothing. I'm disappointed in him.
When I watched him last year, and what I think was the third game of the year against the Sixers, I was watching him. I had no idea who he was. And I was like, this guy is the worst NBA player I've ever seen.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what I said a year ago.
Yeah.
But it was his third game. And I was talking because I know a lot of Sixers fans, whether it's Spike or Clem, obviously Surfside, my buddy Gelman at SNY's big Sixers fan. So I talk a little about the Sixers. We had the bet, Nick and Sixers. I'm like, this guy is the worst. In my mind, I'm thinking that. And then Yabusele went on to have a terrific year for the Sixers.
And internationally this summer. I think it was at France. Either way, he had a really big summer, too.
So I think maybe you just got to give him a little more time to get out.
They played 25 games. He looks awful. He looks out of shape.
Yeah, well, I mean, but he's been like that. I mean,
figure it out, dude. I mean, I was excited for this guy to come here. He's been a dog.
BT and Sal on the Fan, 888-808-1019.
We're going to get more aggressive by the day here.
I'm sensing it.
They don't get on a bad list. We got a lot on our mind here. Every NFL Thursday is your shot to hit the jackpot on FanDuel, because with FanDuel's Thursday's touchdown jackpot, again, I can't wait for this game tonight, Dallas and Detroit. You can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. Jumping on the fun tonight. All you got to do is place an anytime touchdown before the game kicks off. And if that player scores the first or last touchdown of the game, you win your bet and a share of bonus bets. So visit FanDuel.com/BT to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/BT for your chance to win a share of 2 million bones in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, that official sports betting partner of the NFL. And, of course, the official partner of us here at The Fan, WFAN, 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in is required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last touchdown pick. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bet that expires 21 days after receipt. Restrictions to apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. At available with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
It's Boomer and Gio. Mornings on The Fan, 101.9 FM.
I don't know who the consensus number one overall pick is. I know the Jets are going to have to pick a quarterback. Maybe they still get their guy like the Giants did with Jackson Dart later in the first round.
Listen to Boomer and Gio on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute. Dallas visits Detroit tonight in a battle of two desperate playoff bubble teams, and what a game it should be. Despite Amon-Ra St. Brown and Penny Sewell being listed as questionable, there are playmakers all over the field for both offenses. This should be a big play-filled, high-scoring affair. Dallas's defense certainly has improved over the last few weeks, while Detroit's is struggling. Where's the pass rush? So I'm going to take the Cowboys tonight, 34-31. I'm Boomer Esiason.
The following is sponsored by Bid My Listing.
Selling your home with Ready, R-E-D-Y. Real estate agents will pay you up front for your listing, just for a chance to sell your home. Why would they pay to be your agent? Well, your listing is really valuable. So if an agent is smart, they'll go on Ready and offer you cash up front to get it. And you do want a smart agent, right? Call 888-545-READY. 888-545-REDY.
This is the story of the one.
As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Visit WFAN.com/contest to enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to a Racket at the Rock, the inaugural unique exhibition celebrating the world's best tennis players at New Jersey's biggest stage, Prudential Center, on December 7th. From our friends at Prudential Center.
For over 100 years, Sloman's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, they deliver more than just quality fuel. They deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, and 24/7 service, their dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Sloman's, the Tri-State's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving their community for generations. Give them a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com.
MSC Cruises Black Friday sale is here with the best deal of the year. Cruise from $199, plus get up to $1,000 onboard credit and kids sail free. Experience MSC Cruises' signature blend of European style and American comfort, from global flavors to Broadway-style shows and more. Book your next holiday to must-see destinations like the Caribbean, Europe, and beyond. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
If you're injured in an accident, the Rothenberg Law Firm is on your side. A legendary team that has won billions over 5 decades. The Rothenberg Law Firm. 1-800-624-8888 or injurylawyer.com.
It's time for Cyber Monday, Dell Technologies' biggest sale of the year. Enjoy the lowest prices of the year on select PCs like the Dell 16 Plus featuring Intel Core Ultra processors. And with built-in advanced features, it's the PC that helps you do more faster. Plus, earn Dell rewards and enjoy many other benefits like free shipping, price match guarantee, and expert support. They also have huge deals on accessories that pair perfectly with your Dell PC and make perfect gifts for everyone on your list. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Hey, it's Brian Baldinger. At the Home Depot, Makita tools are built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts, who know the job's only done when it's done right. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year, performance that pays off. When the job calls for the best, call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot. How pros get more done.
Now's the time to enroll in quality, affordable health insurance through Get Covered New Jersey. All plans provide free preventive care, coverage for prescriptions, emergency services, and more. Plus, 8 in 10 get financial help. Enroll by December 31st for January 1st coverage at getcovered.nj.gov.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds. Resilience matters. And history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
Experience the magic of the season in true Mercedes-Benz style during the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration. Find the perfect Mercedes-Benz for yourself or someone special at Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Mercedes-Benz of Union, and Ray Katina of Freehold. 3 powerhouse locations in New Jersey, 1 legendary name, renowned for unmatched customer service, Ray Katina. Celebrate the season with exclusive holiday offers at the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration. Discover the power of 3 at benzfam.com.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, the Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
BT and Sal back on the Fan. 888-808-1019, the number to call. We're about 17-ish minutes away from talking some hot stove. Can't wait to have some fun with BT about those bronze bombers. I just don't understand it. Also, Devin Williams making a little bit of headlines yesterday. I don't know if you saw that.
Wait, blowing out the safe?
No.
What happened?
Yankee fans upset. We'll get into that in a little bit. Also, I saw a article on... what the hell was it? Was it Connor? Who's Ian
Baseball?
O'Connor again?
Ian O'Connor.
About the Giants, where he was basically saying, remember, he was the one who came out and said, that it's not necessarily a given that Joe Shane's going to be here.
Yes, he did.
Okay, now
True reporter.
The latest that I saw from him was saying that the Giants are making a big mistake by letting him be on. I got to just make sure I got my facts straight here because you follow along on social media and just one thing after another. But I'm pretty sure it was from The Athletic and Ian O'Connor talking about Joe Shane and how it was a mistake to retain him. Which I'm like, well, what is going on? Yeah, here we go. Ian O'Connor, by keeping Joe Shane, this is the headline. By keeping Joe Shane, the Giants made a bad situation worse, and he couldn't have nailed it more dead on with that. They made a bad situation worse, and I know that there's a lot going on with the health. As Ian reported himself, the health of Mr. Mara, the longer Joe Shane is there, the worse off the New York Giants are. Clean break, he should have no say in the matter of who the next head coach is.
Hearing the tweet, and I love Ian. I think he's a great journalist, a Maris guy like myself. I know him a little bit, really respect him. I don't agree with him at all there. And I'm not a Shane believer, supporter, defender. I think Shane's done a D- job, if not an F job, really. But I don't see the damage. Like if you put that tweet out there, or you share, and I know you share it as well, the opinion that you just said about Joe Shane. I could see if you were keeping Dable around day-to-day, team meetings, practice field, obviously running a loose ship, Abdul Carter doing whatever the hell he wants. That, to me, could be destructive. But the general manager is in his own office just doing clerical stuff at this point.
Yeah, but he is front and center, and now he's the poster boy for all the losing where everybody else is gone. Dable, gone. Bowen, gone. Shane is it. Now, I should say that this was just a tweet that was promoting his article. You got to read the full article. I'll give you an excerpt from the article. Quote, in their search for somewhat solid footing and the desperately needed superstar coach, the Giants would have been better off with someone other than Joe Shane leading the way. So the words that I read were...
Leading the way for the search?
Yeah.
Well, I agree with that. There's no way he could lead the way for the search, but I also assume that he's out the door once the season's over.
We got to read the full article there, but obviously... No, I'm saying that he clearly not. According to the report, he's leading... The Giants told us he's leading the way for the...
I know. I still don't believe it. This was before the Patriots game. I think there's going to be a change of heart. I do.
BT and Sal on the Fan. Back to the calls about Giannis. 888-808-1019. AJ is in Eastchester. What's up, AJ?
What's going on, boys?
Hey.
How are you? How we doing?
Good.
Good. Listen, I'm pretty sure I called you guys on day one of the BT and Sal show. I'm going to keep calling until it's over, boys. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You've been awesome. And I hope it stays.
Thanks.
I hope it keeps going. So
appreciate
it's not, but thank you.
I
appreciate that, AJ.
Thank you.
At least not here.
Yeah, you can open one hand and spit in the other, right?
Thank you, AJ.
What's going on, buddy?
So listen, this whole Giannis thing is like one of the most intriguing things to happen in a long time because we know what everybody needs, what everybody wants, right? Giannis wants out. We know what the Knicks need. The one thing that has to happen, and I think, Sal, you said it before, Cat has to be a part of it, right? We know what the Knicks are with Cat. They're obviously a borderline team that just make it. And even if, no matter what they face, even if they made it to the finals, they're not going to win. They're not going to win with him. He's not that guy. And we loved it when it happened, and I'm over it. I'm done with it. The problem is the ancillary parts, right? What are they going to ask for after Cat, or how's it going to match up after Cat? You got OG, who, in my opinion, OG is the second most valuable player on the team.
I agree.
Because of how he plays.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And on both sides of the ball, who he is as a person. Unfortunately, he just can't stay healthy.
And Bridges has been much better this year.
And that's my next point. Is Bridges is another one who defends and has been scoring on a great clip right now. So, and then you got Deuce, who's also a very good defender. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and now he's 70% from 3-point land right now. I mean, he's nailing them at and in big spots too. He's hitting big shots when teams go on runs. He's there. He stops the bleeding sometimes. So for me, it's like, I want it to happen so bad, but and Giannis fits so good because he puts them past that point. It makes them a championship team, no doubt. What we face on the West Coast, who knows? You don't know what you're going to see, but I think Giannis puts us at the best, in the best standing for that.
Thank you for the call, AJ, and thank you for the kind words. We really do appreciate it. Just thinking about it, BT, Giannis is just a far, far superior version of Josh Hart, meaning that neither can shoot. Both, end to end.
That's interesting. I never even remotely looked at it that way, but it's not. Keep going.
Well, just thinking through the names on the roster, does Josh Hart complement what Giannis does well?
No.
Correct. So maybe he's a guy. Now, but then you're talking about breaking up the tandem of Brunson and Hart. And I love Josh Hart. I'm trying to build a team. It's not just, trade these guys, bring in a superstar. No. The same way we talk about a baseball team. You need to make the pieces to the puzzle fit the best.
Especially in basketball, though. Baseball, you can kind of roll the dice and figure things out. Basketball's complementary. You need synergy.
Especially basketball.
Yep.
A team with Giannis and Josh Hart, or those two guys on the floor at the same time, now you have two, way below average shooters.
And spacing becomes an issue. And if Bridges and OG are gone, who are good shooters, now you got an even deeper issue there.
And I know Giannis offsets some of the, in today's NBA, you need shooters. And Giannis will offset some of that, the lack of quality shooting. But you want more shooters, ideally, not less. You want Giannis to attack, and you want to be able to kick and move the ball around and have shooters. So Towns fits that because he can be a perimeter big shooting the basketball. Bridges or OG fit that perfectly. Brunson fits it. Deuce fits that. Josh Hart does not. Now, would he be a desirable piece the other way? I'm sure somebody would look at him. And then is it worth breaking him and Brunson, the two buddies, up?
There's a lot here. All right, so AJ made a good point, though, about OG. And I believe this, and I've said this. I think OG is the second most important New York Knick. I really do. The problem is he's not physically reliable. So... And I was a little quicker to defend Bridges all throughout a year ago, and then some. Not that I was all in, but because I was a little disappointed, a little soft in certain spots, whatever. But I did think that Mike Brown would open him up more than anybody, and I thought that he would benefit the most from Mike Brown's presence, right? So I say all that because if you've got to trade one, let's say the Bucks don't want both, and they want a Deuce, and that Deuce picks whatever, this guy, that guy, make it all work up financially, and it's in their mind either OG or Bridges. Well, I think OG is more important and better. I might be inclined to give him up because I don't know if he's going to be playing in May. Is that hamstring? Got hurt a couple of years ago against the Pacers with the hamstring. Is out again now with the hamstring. He's had other injuries, the forearm. I know Bridges plays 30 or can play 40 minutes a night and literally plays every single night.
Yeah, and has had the ability to be a top scorer. Like, he can be a lead dog. We saw him with the Nets. We saw him with the Suns. At his peak, he is that player, and you're starting to see more of that this year. Bridges last year, no. Bridges this year, yes. I'd be fine with keeping or giving up one or the other. I don't care. You don't need both. Obviously, you can't keep both.
It's not going to happen.
Giannis.
No.
Right, so one's got to go. I'm fine with. I'd be fine with Bridges staying. I'd be fine with Anunoby staying, although, like you said, the concern there would be the ability or inability to stay healthy. Dan is calling from Long Island. What's up, Dan?
Hey, how you guys doing? Look, I know you don't want to hear this, but I make the trade Giannis for Brunson in 30 seconds.
Get the hell out of here.
Just hear me out.
Come on.
Hear me out.
From a Knicks perspective? Go ahead.
Which perspective? Good question.
Okay, Brunson stifles Bridges. Bridges and McBride, you need the backcourt. You have Karl Anthony Towns and Giannis in there with the big shooting outside and the big underneath. That's a much better team. I believe you will never win a championship with Jalen Brunson because he stifles the other backcourt players. I throw in Mitchell Robinson in that trade just for giggles to get Giannis, Towns, Bridges, and Deuce McBride as a start. I know you guys don't want to hear it.
Danny, look at it this way. So pretend you're the Bucks, and you just called me and presented the Brunson thing, and I'm Leon Rose and I'm the Knicks. I've literally got one word for you: click. Like, the conversation's over. You're not getting Brunson.
Now, what I would say, though,
under
Dan,
any circumstance.
What I would say, though, what he's saying is different, and thanks for the call. He's saying he would trade Brunson because he does not believe he can win it. They can win a championship with him.
I know what he's saying.
That's
click.
I'm just saying.
I hear you.
That is not a crazy thought to have someone think that Brunson can't be the lead guy on a championship team. What is a crazy thought, as far as I'm concerned, is the reality of Brunson being moved. He's not. There's no chance the Knicks would trade. I'm trying to top my the Annalise is over on the Craigie coming back there.
Yeah, well, that was a tough one to top.
There's no chance the Knicks would ever trade Jalen Brunson. Like, it just, what would be the point?
Is that your worst ever take? Because I'm trying to think
Which
of my
one?
The Mets thing. It's got to be the Braves, the East. It's got to be the worst ever.
No, I'm saying the Carton thing.
Oh, the Carton thing. No, I know. So that they're tied. Is it the Craig thing, number one?
Probably.
You think so?
I mean, that one actually.
I don't know. I still think it's kind of the Mets thing.
I still believe. Well, I believe in both of them, but the NL East is over. I still can't believe that happened. Anyway,
I'm trying to think of my worst take. That's why I ask you. It's a long list. I'm going to have to sort through it during the break.
I don't know if we have enough time together as a show to go over them all. How about this?
Playoffs with Zach. Mike White could spin it.
I was going to say start with Zach Wilson, and then maybe you could round it out with Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh to the Giants.
That was more like messing around, but in jest, there's truth, is what I was reaching for.
Okay, but let's take, because there is a part of it that we're holding on to. We love Jalen Brunson for more than just what he brings to the Knicks. Mm-hmm. We love that he's a leader, the captain, our guy, pay cut, all those different things. If you take the emotion out of it, do you think the Knicks could build a better team trading Brunson for Giannis and straight up, 1-for-1, Brunson for Giannis, and putting Giannis on this team? Are the Knicks more likely a championship contender with Giannis on this team than they are with Brunson?
Meaning you're going out there and your starting lineup is, I'll just throw this out there, like Giannis and Bridges and OG and maybe Deuce. So we're talking like that. Like all those other guys stay.
Or you're giving up 1-for-1, Brunson for Giannis.
You know how you go low with the Soto?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go low for you here. Click.
Yeah, I know. You're not
interested.
But that's the point.
But let me tell you why, though. Let me tell you real fast. Number one, he's a superstar, and he's got the best contract in the NBA. Yeah. Now, that matters to me. Like, if he was making, and eventually he's going to have to, if he was making $60 million, whatever, he took a haircut to stay here, which enables the Knicks to do a lot of other things. Now, I'm not saying that because, like, sentimentally, I'm going to, forever genuflect at that concession. I want to win. I acknowledge it, but it's got an expiration point on, he's untouchable because he gave us a good contract. That's not even the point. The real point is that he's great, and his team-friendly nature contract allows us to build it out in a way with the next right move. I think you can win the championship.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it either. I could just, that to me is at least a tangible, like, hey, I would do this. Not that it's realistic that it would happen.
Mm-hmm.
BT and Sal on the Fan, 888-808-1019 is the number to call. What is realistic is that Giannis could, in fact, be traded if he does want the Knicks, which is why we're talking about it the first hour. We'll get to the baseball hot stove when we come back, as well as your calls. BT and Sal on the Fan.
Regular season battles in football. Off-season moves in baseball. The Yankees, Mets, Giants, and Jets all live here. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio.
Football season is here, and just like winning teams, your engagement should be all about the best. So if you're ready to pop the big question this season, why not visit the experts at London Jewelers? With top-notch professionals and cutting-edge technology, London Jewelers can help you select or even design the absolute perfect ring. So whether you're starting over or starting new, let the professionals at London Jewelers be a part of your journey. Visit any one of their convenient 6 locations across New York and New Jersey. London Jewelers, serving you and your family since 1926.
When businesses thrive, communities score. That's why Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup here in New York, New Jersey. And our more than 280 local business specialists are ready to help your business win. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Listen to You Better You Bet with Nick Costa Sunday morning at 8 right here on The Fan. Nick will preview all the football action to get you ready for kickoff, presented by BetMGM. Make it legendary. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-242-3131. 800-242-3131.
Since January 2022, the City of New York has awarded $24 billion in contracts to MWBEs, the most of any U.S. city or state in the nation. Build your business with the City of New York by going to nyc.gov/MWBEs.
Beware the holiday buffering.
Who are you?
The ghost of Internet Past here to slow down right when your guests arrive.
Not this year. We got Verizon's 100% fiber optic home internet. Scored a limited time offer for $20 a month and locked in the price for 3 years.
Fios home internet. That's scary fast.
Now we can all stream, video chat, and game at the same time. So bye.
Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch to Fios home internet today. Fios 300 megabits per second plan at $20 a month with autopay. Any Verizon mobile phone plan and bonus discount. Price guarantee applies to base monthly rate only for my home customers. Terms apply.
Tap Room is your casual gathering place for real food, craft beverages, and every New York game. With 9 Long Island locations, including their newest at Station Yards in Ronkonkoma. It's where you meet friends, make new ones, and never miss the action. Football, hockey, or basketball. Enjoy Sunday game day drink specials, wing night Thursdays, and kids eat free Tuesdays. Tap Room, real food, craft beer, and great company. Find your spot at taproomofny.com.
One choice can change everything. The New York City Department of Transportation reminds drivers to slow down and yield to pedestrians. You can't rewind a crash.
We love talking about the Knicks and Nets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
WFAN Sports Flash.
Good morning at 11 o'clock. I'm Chris Lopresti. This Sports Flash is sponsored by Chef IQ. Precision cooking, effortless results, ChefIQ.com. Also sponsored by New York City Small Business Services and brought to you by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Well, for whatever it's worth, Bucks head coach Doc Rivers adamantly shooting down the Giannis Antetokounmpo reports and rumblings from yesterday. Keep in mind, this was in the immediate aftermath of losing Giannis to a calf injury early on in Milwaukee's win over the Pistons last night.
I want to make it clear, just for the, I would say one more time, but for the 50th time, it clearly is not getting the one network, for sure. Giannis has never asked to be traded, ever. I can't make that more clear.
Reports from ESPN Shams Charania mentioned that the Knicks emerged as the only team Giannis had expressed an interest in this past summer. The Knicks got back into the win column last night at home against the Hornets. They will host Utah tomorrow. First up, though, the Nets host the Jazz this evening after winning in Chicago last night, 113-103. That's back-to-back wins for Brooklyn for the first time this season. Tonight, they'll go for 3 in a row. Coverage at 7:20 on WFAN FM. On the AM dial, it's Westwood One's presentation of Thursday Night Football as the Lions host the Cowboys in a pivotal NFC matchup. Hockey, the Stars shut out the Devils at Prudential Center 3-0. Rangers visit Ottawa tonight while the Islanders host Colorado. The Avalanche come in sporting a record of 19-1-6. Fan weather sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. We've got 38 degrees, mostly cloudy skies right now in Central Park. And with Sports Flashes at the top of the hour, I'm Chris Lopresti.
Talk New York sports here, The Fan.
BT's now back on the fan. You like this one?
Not really, but I'm humming it for some reason. I mean, it's okay. I don't hate it.
Semi-Trump kind of life, is that what it is? There you go. Look at that. What year? 97, I want to say? Maybe around my graduation, high school?
It's definitely 90s. It's pre-2000. I'm going to say 98, something like that.
The BT and Sal Show on the Fan, presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Giants. All right, what's your issue?
You nailed it, by the way, 97. You nailed it.
Yeah, because I remember when I first started driving, King Cullen parking lot.
Oh, I've heard some stories from the parking lot of King Cullen.
Good point. And Home Depot.
Maybe you can go back.
You're not kidding. I used to love King Cullen. I always said if I didn't do broadcasting, I want to work in a supermarket.
Really?
And now my dreams may be coming true. Yeah, I love the supermarket. It's so good.
I mean, maybe owning one, you want to work, and not to listen, hard work, I'm all about it. But you want to work at a supermarket?
I want to do this, which I'll continue to do.
Sure, of course.
Yeah, whatever. But I loved working in a supermarket, the change of seasons.
Yeah.
I love stocking shelves. There's something peaceful about organizing.
I do like by the meat section, it's a little chilly. It's got a good little,
Yeah.
I
You want to go in the back and pound
shopping.
meat like Rocky?
Pound meat. Oh, hey. I like going food shopping, Sal. I'm just happy when I'm walking out with my groceries. But I do enjoy we talked about this. I go by myself. I've got the same list. Yogurt for the kids, eggs, milk, cereal, applesauce, kale, bananas, the fruit,
telling
turkey,
you,
chicken.
But I'm telling you, you know how you like
And then I'm out.
You know how you like your arborvitaes?
Oh, not like.
Okay.
I love them.
Now, why do you love them?
Because the real answer is because growing up where I did in Brooklyn, we had little teeny. Well, the short answer is the short answer is I didn't really have a lot of grass growing up. That's why. So I've got.
But you like taking care of them. You go out there. It's like it's peaceful.
It's therapeutic for sure.
So for me, there is a part of, forget salary or how much you're getting paid.
Yeah.
When you are stocking shelves and unpacking, you go to the back, you get the boxes, you throw them on the U-boat, you wheel the U-boat out to your aisle. You can put headphones on.
Oh, they let you?
You're in your, they did back then. I was listening to the fan.
Yeah, sure.
You're in your own world. Now, I was a cashier for a long time, but then I also had to pack out. I love that. You're in your own world, whatever section it is that you're packing out.
Yeah.
You unbox, you stock the shelf.
A little sticker gun. Ting,
exactly. That to me, there's a calmness, a peacefulness about that I enjoy. I love doing it in my house, stocking the shelves.
Do you still do it? You still got it in you?
You go to Costco, you get the paper towels or the toilet paper, whatever. I like organizing it. I like.
Are you a neat freak at home or no?
I don't know how would you define that? But yes, I like to have things in order for the most part.
You do? Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way as well. Like, I don't like when things get messy. I get a little uncomfortable.
All right. What about the Yankees that you saw that you wanted to get off your chest here? I have a couple of things on my own, but you were saying that I did not watch Yankees Hot Stove.
Yeah, I saw the
night.
clips. I actually forgot it was on. I was watching the Knicks, and then I jumped on social media for a second, and I saw, some things from Jack Curry. And a lot of people thought it was... I don't want to say, I don't know if this is the right terminology, but a depressing delivery by Jack Curry. And it wasn't taking a shot at Jack. It was more trying to extrapolate through his words what people think the Yankees are going to do, which based on the message of last night didn't seem to be a whole hell of a lot. At least that's what I was able to get from the few clips that I saw.
Could they be playing possum here?
Well, but do the Yankees, have they ever? Like, do they need to? Why are you going to start playing that game now?
Yeah.
Who are you going to fool? You going to fool Cohen? You fool the Dodgers? Who are you going to fool?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, what's the value in playing possum?
I don't know, but I can't believe that they're not going to act like big boys.
They are, to an extent.
But that's what I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear the extent. The one thing that I saw that would be in line with that, I don't know where, I just saw it on SNY, the headline, Yanks not expected to be a threat to sign Diaz. Think about that headline for a second. Yanks not expected to be a threat to sign Diaz. Why not?
Well, they got a closer. That's the short answer.
But they should be a threat to sign everybody.
Somebody that they love.
Diaz is better than Bednar. Now, I'm not saying I'd give 5 years, $100 million, but why wouldn't the Yankees be a threat to sign Diaz and have him be your closer and Bednar be the eighth inning? The Mets can get Devin Williams to be the eighth inning guy and then have Diaz be the ninth inning guy. Now, again, there's a lot of money involved there, but that's the point. It's the Yankees. Why wouldn't they be a threat? They should always be a threat on all the best players.
I'm not a spiteful person. I'm really not. I've never been very spiteful. But if I was Hal, I think I might. Now, it's a little bit of a risky proposition, I guess. But I would mess around and I would try to just really spite the Mets here. And I would dance with Diaz until the lights go off. And I would jack up that price for Cohen. And then I'd say, take him.
Right.
I got Bednar. Who's not quite as good, but a whole hell of a lot cheaper.
But you're the Yankees.
But you didn't want Diaz. I don't really want Diaz. I'm not saying I wouldn't take him.
Why wouldn't you want Diaz? There's only one reason why you wouldn't want Diaz.
Well, the reason is because I think doing that would prevent them from doing the things I really think that they need to do. That's the
wrong
answer.
reason.
But that's the only answer.
To me, the reason is because you think his price is going to get to a point where, let's just say 5 years, $100 million.
He's not worth five. He might get that.
That's what I'm saying.
He ain't worth that.
But that's the reason. It's not that he's not a great pitcher.
He's terrific.
He's one of the best closers in the game, and he's clearly the best closer on the market.
I agree agree with that.
Every team that's trying to win and improve their ball club should go after. It can't be, well, we got Bednar, we're good.
Yeah, well,
come on.
Well, I mean,
now, I'm not saying that even for the Mets. I don't know if it's a sound investment investing another $100 million on top of the Williams $53 million in your bullpen. I would do it if I had to. I would hope to get Diaz for maybe 4 for $80. Maybe gives the Mets a little discount because he's been such a long time Met and had so much fun there. Whatever. We'll see how that plays out. I want the player. I don't know about the spending the $100 million on him, but you also need more than that anyway. So I'd rather go over the top on a different spot myself. All I'm saying is the Yankees, why would they not be a threat? And they have no interest in Diaz. You'd rather have Bednar than Edwin Diaz? That makes no sense.
Well, here's the thing. And again, numbers matter. Now, if this was the old days, I don't think I would reach for this because numbers didn't quite matter as much in the Yankee universe, but they do now. So you've got to work under the new set of rules that we should know by now. You know what I mean? Like, we could do fantasy land, and it's fun. But I don't think the Yankees are going to give Diaz 100 and go and get Bellinger for 6 or 7 years and sniff around on Tucker and do this. They're not. So I've got to work under the new reality that they presented to me. And the reality is, while Diaz, let me just be very clear, Diaz is obviously better than Bednar.
Yeah.
But Bednar made $4 million last year.
Right.
Is he $30 million a year better? I mean, his ERA with the Yankees was 2.19.
Right.
I mean, his whip was less than 1.
Well, that's my argument.
How much better can you be than that?
That's my argument for the Mets. Everybody's like, Mets need to bring back Diaz. Yeah, well, obviously it would make the bullpen better, but is Diaz worth double of what you just paid Devin Williams? Is he going to double that production? He's not. The answer is he's not.
That's true.
Arguably, it might even be worse if Devin Williams has a vintage Devin Williams year.
He has every other year but last year.
Yeah. And even within last year, he started to show that at some point.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about value, that's what the Mets and I think other teams are looking for. I'm not going to overpay based on what you did when I project what you can do, when I could get somebody else who might not be as good, but do it for far less money. And I'm looking for a better value and mitigating the risk in that regard. So I do understand that. I just don't understand why the Yankees would be ruled out as not even being a threat to be involved in Edwin Diaz.
Well, listen, I'm just going to repeat very quickly what I said.
Yeah,
They've got a closer that they like. He's cheap. He performed well in the Bronx, and he's controllable.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons. And that's one thing Cashman's great at. The guys he brought in have controllability.
Fair enough. But then I don't want to hear that they're not a threat for anybody else. And
I agree with that.
So then that's
yes.
When you combine everything, it seems like the Yankees are not doing much. I'm not buying it. I still believe they're going to be big players for Tucker. I don't think they're getting Bellinger and Tucker.
There's no chance that's happening.
I think maybe they can make a big trade. You're starting to hear the rumblings about Jazz. We talked about that yesterday. So I think the Yankees are going to have an active offseason.
So do I.
And still probably sign at least one big free agent. But the same stuff with not being in on Diaz. Oh, Bellinger, if we could get priced out on Bellinger. Like, you don't hear that with the Dodgers.
No, I know.
You don't even hear that with the Mets. The Mets aren't going to get priced out.
No, I mean, that's the reality of the situation. Yeah. I got nothing to say to that. That's true.
But doesn't that bother you?
Yes. How much you want me to scream about
the
this?
Bronze Bombers. I'm going to tweak you until you scream about it. Needle you while I can. BT and Sal, the Fan, 888-808-1019. The number to call. Let's get one baseball call in here before we get back to the honest stuff. John is in Danbury. What's up, John?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good.
So, good. Number one, all the best of whatever happens. Number two, you guys are a great show. Sal, I do got one little point.
Mm-hmm.
And you say it all the time, and I get it's a twerk at the Yankees, getting priced out. Listen, the Mets might not get priced out either, but, you constantly are like, we can't buy this, we can't buy that. The Mets can buy it all, right? The Mets can buy it all. So why don't the Mets get Bellinger and Tucker?
Well, because they wouldn't fit.
They have the money. No, they would fit. Bellinger can play first, and Tucker can play the outfield.
Yeah, I'd rather Pete back.
Why
Why not Pete and Bellinger if you're going to do that? Or
well,
Pete,
you could do,
or Pete and Tatis.
Yes.
Yeah, but I understand, John. Do you want to talk about the Mets or the Yankees? I'm confused. Let's keep it one or the other.
I want to talk about what I think is you point out the Yankees' money and they're not all in.
Because that's a story, John. What do I say when it comes to the Mets? What I say with the Mets is that they lose. They lose. The Mets can spend all the... Yes. What do you mean? No. Yes. What do you mean? I'm confused. John, is your point? Do you think I'm being unfair to the Yankees? Is that your point? And favoring the Mets?
No, I think what you're not saying the same for both. That's what I'm saying.
Because the Mets don't operate the way the Yankees do when the finances come into play. And thank you for the call, John. That's what you're missing. When have you heard Steve Cohen talk about, well, we want a salary cap. Oh, the luxury tax threshold. Hal's been talking about that for years. And by the way, we've gone over this many times before. The Yankees' issue isn't lack of spending.
No.
It's a part of the frustration because they haven't won enough and you see other teams spending more. Mm-hmm. That's something we still haven't gotten used to, but that's not their primary issue. The Mets' issue is everything else. They can't build a winning team. That's their issue.
Can we fuse the two and just make one team?
Well, right. I mean,
that might work out.
Maybe then they could get some wins. So the Mets have their own problems, but having an owner who's willing to extend above and beyond is not one of them.
Agreed with that. To me, the issue with the Yankees has been an improper allocation of funding. That's the problem. It's not nickel and diamond. It's not, retreating 5 steps back from where they used to be. They're just not as carte blanche as they used to be. We all know that. And when they make a mistake, whether it's a DJ or Hicks, we know all the mistakes, right? When it's one of those mistakes, they are much more reticent to swallow the mistake and then pivot quickly with aggression. They'll wait, then they'll eventually, because they have no choice, swallow. Then they'll pivot, but it'll be for a B- type of pivot rather than the monster pivot.
Okay, so I agree. Is that prioritizing winning? Is that winning it? And then therein lies the problem.
I agree. We've had this. I'm with you.
Oh, I know. And I'm not trying to pick on the Yankees. I'm just frustrated for them. I want to see them be better. Obviously, we talk about that all the time. It's not a Met-Yankee thing. I don't care about that. What we care about is having the best baseball teams possible. The Yankees went to the World Series 2 years ago. Then they let one of the best players, one of the more integral players in getting to the World Series go for more money. Okay, maybe they couldn't do anything about it. Maybe $765 was ridiculous. Fair enough. They built the plan B, and it was a solid plan B.
It was. I liked it on paper, and I liked it most of the season.
It fell short. Okay, happens. The idea should be, now that we set this plan B, let's build on top of it. Not let's lose Bellinger and then try to figure out how to replace him. The idea would be to get better. They got worse after losing Soto, and now you don't want to get even worse than where you were. Meanwhile, other teams around them are continuing to get better.
Red Sox
the Blue Jays may get Tucker.
Well, the Toronto's obviously better. The Red Sox are coming. This is the reality of where we are. They're really good. They're not good enough. By the way, just read the headline. What was the headline that it said? But Yankees, it was a short headline. Diaz.
Yankees
what was the exact wording?
Yanks not expected to be a threat to sign Diaz.
Okay. Yeah. Now, you can tell that.
It was actually from Jack Curry.
It was from Jack.
So it's an aggregating here. I just saw it on SNY, social media. Jack Curry, yes, does not believe the Yankees will pursue Diaz or other top relievers on the free agent market.
Okay. Now, and so that wasn't Jack's wording of threat. It was just the headline, and then they were taking taking the point that he said, and then
I just read you the story on SNY.TV.
Okay. So here's why I'm okay with that, because I don't think that they need Diaz. Right. If Diaz's name was out and it was Tucker's name or Bellinger's name or one of the 3 or 4 names, and those are the top 2, obviously, that I truly value and know that the Yankees need to minimally get at least one to take a step and hang with the big boys again and win. Well, now I would have exploded today. But for me, there's no reason to explode when they don't have a need at the back. And I do admit Diaz is more electric than Bednar, but Bednar is really good. He fit well. He's cheap and he's controllable like that. So I'm not just going to air craziness just to air craziness. But if there's a similar article attached to one of those guys that I know that they need, you'll get the craziness.
Makes sense. And John Heyman, the Post just tweeted this out from John Heyman.
Quoting Beningo on the Mets plans?
Cody Bellinger. Yeah, I did.
Out of here.
Cody Bellinger remains the Yankees' #1 target. This is according to Heyman of the Post. And while they aren't necessarily close to a deal yet, they are making a big effort. Bellinger has a ton of interest coming off his 5-war season. Mets Phillies, Angels, Dodgers, other possibilities. That furthers the report yesterday from Morosi, but this is John Heyman, the latest that the Post tweeted out. So there you go. So the Yankees right now, the primary target is Bellinger. They're going hard after him. That's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to hear it, but we're not going to go to... I think Bellinger's coming back to the Yankees because I think he wants to be here, so they shouldn't have to go over the top to land him.
You would think, unless there is one, rogue offer that we would deem irresponsible. I mean, if it's the same years, 6-6, again, 7's crazy. But say if he's got 3 or 4 offers and they're all 6 years, and maybe the Yankees AAV is $2 million less than the Dodgers or the Mets, whatever. Then I could see him saying, you know what, I like it here. I'm good with Judge. I'm comfortable. My dad played here. He won championships. I'm good. I'm going to stay Yankee. But if they think they're getting a hometown discount where, they offer 5 years and other teams are offering 7, he's leaving.
Jim is calling from New Hyde Park. What's up, Jim?
Jimmy.
Hey, Jim. All right. Anthony's calling from Fort Lauderdale about Giannis. What's up, Ant? Obviously, we were talking about that the first hour. What's up, Ant?
How are you guys doing? Happy holidays.
You too.
You too, Ant.
I wanted to just begin just a quick statement. I'm not going to get into too much depth about it, but I will miss you guys, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are part of my family every morning.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Anthony.
Every mid-afternoon. And I watch you on YouTube all the time. Sorely going to miss you guys. It's a bad decision what they're doing.
Well, we're not dying, so you'll hear from us at some point. Thank you very much.
I would like to know if you could please make an announcement.
Well, we will. And I'm not trying to cut you off or anybody else who says that stuff. Trust me, man. Especially at this time, we love hearing it. It feels good. We're just doing the show. There'll be a time and a place for that. Thank you very, very much. Talk to us about the Giannis trade. What are you thinking, man?
Definitely. Just let me know where you're going.
Yeah, no, we will. 100%. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about the Knicks. I'm a big Knicks fan, big Mets fan as well. So I want to focus on the Knicks right now. Obviously, That's what's going on with Giannis. I'm going to ask you guys a question. I've been following basketball for a very long time, and before I ask you a question, I want you guys to give me an honest opinion on something. Okay? As much as I love Jalen Brunson, and I do you think that he makes people around him better the way Magic Johnson did?
No, I don't know that anybody makes people better than the way Magic or Bird. I mean, that's Magic Johnson. The answer is no. It's the easiest question I've ever heard in my life. You know the answer.
But he does make people around him better.
I know. Yeah. I knew you were going to say that. And I don't even think he's as good as Isaiah Thomas.
He's
to be
not.
honest with you.
He's not.
Okay. So bottom line is this. I probably would trade him for Giannis. I probably would. I watched him play the Celtics the other night. He sometimes he falls apart at times, Jalen Brunson. He does. If you watch that game against the Celtics, the whole game, tell me what you saw, because I saw things that really pissed me off, and he's inconsistent at times. I'll be honest with you. And he does commit turnovers at times.
I don't think and one thing, and I don't think and thank you for the call, and really thanks for saying what you said. We appreciate that, buddy. We'll be, you call us. We're not leaving today. Soon, but not today. I think that the criticisms, the inconsistencies that you illuminate with Brunson, I don't think that that's fair. Now, I think that there are inherent deficiencies. He's short. He's not explosive. Yeah. Laterally, he's a problem on the pick and roll defense. You could exploit him. You could attack him, as basically every team does. He's a little loose with the ball. I'll give you that. But the other stuff is on lock every single night. He's as reliable as it gets.
No, come on. And he's the perfect guy to represent your franchise. So those are not easy. It's not happening. The Knicks aren't trading him. Hoff mentioned it before, and I even forget what honestly, I was kind of zoning out a little bit. But was Hoff saying that he would do it, or he thinks that they're going to? I thought he said that they're going to.
He was saying that he would. Actually, I think he may be saying that they will.
Surprised that they did.
No, right. That was my point. You didn't say, I didn't want to rip his thing up. I thought you said that they would trade him for Giannis.
Yeah.
That's where I said.
But would you agree? I guess you would if they did.
Yeah.
Okay. I figured that.
But there are two different things.
Yes.
A, they aren't trading him.
Check.
B, would you trade him?
X.
It's a different conversation.
It's very different.
BT and Sal on the fan. We'll continue, I guess, the same conversation when we come back. 888-808-1019. Well, whatever it is you want to talk about. You know what I want to talk about right now? Islanders hockey. Islanders hockey is here. Grab an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your Islanders on the ice. Surfside, only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. For me, it was love at first sip. No matter where I go, Surfside is always coming with me. It's not a seltzer, it's a Surfside, official partner of the New York Islanders. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
The home of the NFL on Westwood One is WFAN.
He runs to the right, puts his head down, and jars a defender into the end zone.
It's a doozy in Detroit. The Cowboys take on the Lions. 8:15 tonight on AM 660.
To the 30, to the 20, he's free, and he's in!
Thursday Night Football is on The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel. Because with FanDuel's Thursday touchdown jackpot, you can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each and every week. To get in on this Thursday's action, all you have to do is place an anytime touchdown scorer bet before the game kicks off. And if your player scores the first or last TD of the game, you'll win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/Boomer to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/Boomer for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. FanDuel Sportsbook is also the official partner of WFAN.
21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last TD pick. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday this season, all the way through the AFC Championship game. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
Makita's built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year. Performance that pays off. Because when the job calls for the best, you answer. And when you need the best, you call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
my debit card.
Their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Warm up your winter at DreamWorks Water Park inside American Dream. Over 40 rides, record-breaking slides, and the all-new Gabby's Dollhouse splash pad for the littlest swimmers. Just minutes from Manhattan. Tickets start at $59. Book now at AmericanDream.com.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Visit WFAN.com/contest to enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to a Racket at the Rock, the inaugural unique exhibition celebrating the world's best tennis players at New Jersey's biggest stage, Prudential Center, on December 7th. From our friends at Prudential Center.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Nada que ver. Bring in a bill from AT&T or T-Mobile to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. ¿Y ahora? ¿Qué vas a hacer with all those unwanted bills? Pues, how about a full-scale origami version of the Statue of Liberty? Fuera de broma, bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to your local Verizon store in New York City today, and we'll give you a better deal for you and tu familia. Rankings based on RedMetrics root score report dated 1H2025. Your results may vary. Requires postpaid consumer mobile bill from T-Mobile or AT&T dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms apply.
It's the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. So don't just hang your own lights. Venture out and look for the northern lights. Drink cocoa on the beach. Or be a drive-by karaoke caroler. Because every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can take holidays to places they've never been. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more. Kia, movement that inspires.
See Kia dealer for warranty details. Event ends 1/2/26.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
BT and Sal back on the Fan. Nick Kostos will be joining us in a little bit. Let's get back to some of the calls here, BT, on Giannis, 888-808-109. We could welcome in hot stove calls as well. We'll do some football with Kostos on the other side. Week 14 in the NFL. But Giannis has been the main topic today. Angelo is calling from Staten Island. What's up, Angelo?
So, as far as Cat goes, because Cat has to be in this trade, surely for the money, he's got to be in the trade. It's so upsetting because he's not the player that we thought he was going to be. I was so excited.
Actually, he is. He's totally the guy.
He's almost exactly the player.
Yeah, a great scorer, terrific shooter, slow and soft. He's exactly that guy.
We watch, BT, me and you watch every game.
Yeah.
The stupid fouls.
Yes.
The not following the shots. We took a road trip to Boston, and just watching him complain with the referees and watching guys go by for a layup, like, it's so sickening. So my package is Cat, OG, his hamstring, and picks for Giannis if that works.
Cat, OG,
because I love Bridges. I love Bridges. And the people that call up and say about trading Brunson, first of all, in the world, let's say we hated Brunson, which he's the best clutch player, the best point guard we've had in our adult lifetime, right?
Yep. Oh God,
the money wouldn't work anyway. The money wouldn't work anyway.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It's not realistic. It doesn't make sense to trade Jalen Brunson to bring in Giannis. What are we doing here? Hey, then you become the boss.
One more thing, Sal. Sal. About the Knicks in general, and BT, you're going to laugh at this one. Sal, you were right. I miss Tom Thibodeau. I never thought I would say that.
Get out of here.
Wait. Watching a guy who never subbed versus the fire drill known as Mike Brown.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He doesn't let guys get comfortable in the game, in and out. And Tibbs was the boss. And I was the guy that was all for this, Tibbs going. Yeah. Tibbs was a boss as a coach. Mike Brown is looking down to the assistant coaches. And it's just... I don't know. It's not working.
Some would say it's like he's like a clown a little bit on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying?
I know you have to let the players get comfortable.
You don't think I'm going to stop being me, do you? I mean, I don't care what the circumstance is. I'm going to go out my way. No, that's the thing. Mike Brown seems like a great guy.
He's very loved.
But that's
like around the league.
Yeah, but that's the point. Well, I don't want somebody to be loved.
That was your reaction. Yeah. Who was it? Was it? They've got the Up and Smoke pod, right? Wasn't it? Not Steven
Matt
Jackson,
Barnes.
Matt Barnes.
Yeah, Matt Barnes.
And we played it on the show when he was talking about how from Sacramento, what a great guy he is. Everybody loves him. And you heard that. You're like, I don't like that. And I don't necessarily like that either. I like, it's one thing to delegate, but there's got to be a definitive line of authority. And maybe with Mike Brown, it's not as clear, but he's an offensive genius. Maybe genius is strong, but he's an offensive plus.
He is the complete opposite of Tibbs, where Tibbs was a no-nonsense, structure, discipline, organization, knows what he's doing. Brown is just like he's the complete opposite. Even in the post-game press conferences, yucking up with the media, having fun, laughing around. That could be good for some, and maybe it could be good for a short run. I would not want that, which is why, with all due respect, and Mike Brown's a fine coach. I just don't think he's the guy to take the Knicks to the next level. I'd much rather have Tibbs. We've gone over this before. And by the way, it's way too early to be making decisive calls on the results so far.
100%. Knicks have had a couple of injuries, obviously, with Brunson being a little bit jacked up. OG's been out for a little bit here. And I just went back to the beginning of last year, and I knew it was a rough start. I want to see exactly how rough. The Knicks were 5-6 at one point. Now, that's obviously an incredibly small sample. They lost to the Bulls. I remember that game. That was a bad move. And Towns almost 50 points that game, but they lost. And then they started to get hot. But, like, the Knicks were fairly, middling. They were 15-10 on December 11th. That's not exactly setting the world on fire. And 14-7 and being the 3 seed right now behind the Pistons and another team that you're supposed to be better than, that's not exactly setting the world on fire. I guess for me, the difference is there's not much of a difference in terms of like imprint in the league or standings. The only difference is if you believe offensively that when it's all said and done, this team will get over the hump because of Mike Brown versus what you thought Tom Thibodeau could do for them defensively last year and the years before that.
Saul is calling from Fresh Meadows. What's up, Saul?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
The question about bringing Giannis, any team would want to have Giannis, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I am questioning this. He's been playing for the Bucks, and the team that surrounds him, all the guys, the backups, the starters, and whoever, collectively, are they that much worse, or do you think that the current Knicks without Cat would be that much of an improvement for him to be playing with, that all of a sudden he would make this team a winner when he didn't make the other team a winner?
Well, it's a really good question, but you need to tell me who exactly is on the Knicks with him. So not to play the guessing game. Give me names.
Let's say you're going to get rid of Cat.
Yep.
Which I don't think is necessary.
All right, well, just tell me the names and we can reevaluate. So who's left? Brunson. So it will be Giannis and Brunson, right?
Right. Now, didn't they have a guy who came over to their team last year? Was it Lillard?
Yes, and he got hurt.
Okay. And he was supposed to be the answer to everything,
but he's done.
He didn't turn out to be.
No, you're right, Saul, but he's physically done. He's older, and he's different. He's a volume, even though he's actually fairly efficient. But I ask you that because if it's Giannis and Brunson versus what they currently have right now, yes, Giannis and Brunson would be much better than. It's a good question. I really mean that. Like, I'm not even trying to placate you. It is a really good question because to make this happen, the Knicks are going to have to strip away a lot of valuable assets, and that's part of the start of the show. Go back and listen on the Free Odyssey app. That's what Sal and I were chopping up and trying to chop through to see, like, okay, well, who's left? I mean, okay, but it sounds great, Giannis and Brunson, or pardon me, Giannis and Brunson sounds terrific, but if it's 3 scrubs, next to him, that's not going to work out. I don't think it will be. I appreciate the question. What I'll do for you is I'll just go to...
But to his point, the Bucks should be better than what they are.
I don't know about that.
It's not like I'm breaking down Milwaukee Bucks basketball.
I don't think they should be. I don't know.
But they have well, if Giannis is such a superstar that he was... then why don't they have a better record? They do have a decent supporting
Remember,
cast.
they got Miles Turner for the Pacers.
Yes.
Hold on. That's the name that jumps. I know that A.J. Green's playing some minutes.
Kevin Porter Jr.,
right?
Yeah, Kevin Porter Jr. is averaging 19.8 a game.
What's he shooting, though? I mean, anybody could put points up when you're averaging 120 as a team. What's he shooting from 3? What's he shooting overall?
56.3 overall.
So that's outstanding.
59.1 for 3-point.
That's even better. Okay, so.
Oh, no, wait. That might be. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. He's definitely shooting 56.3 from the field. The other number I gave you, I think.
All right, but that's really good. Jericho Sims is playing big minutes for them.
Regular season, 59.1%.
Are you serious? Yeah. Let's get him.
Hold on a second. He's only playing 4 games. That's the issue.
But he also played 35 minutes last night.
Yeah.
And
well, that's why I saw him light it up last night. I'm looking through the box score last night. Anyway, they got some potential there.
But they don't have Brunson, is my point. Like Miles Turner, good player. Porter, fine. A.J. Green, Ryan Rollins, Bobby Portis, Kuzma, Jericho Sims, Gary Trent Jr., great. There's nobody that can shine Brunson's shoes there. So Brunson with Giannis right away, it's not even close.
Yeah.
Imagine if Brunson was the starting point guard instead of Ryan Rollins. Like, that's a team that's probably going to win the championship, or at least represent the Eastern Conference, I think.
Well, they also should be better. The point is they should be better than what they are, 10-13. I mean, that's just not good. Would a superstar to be 10-13? Giannis alone should be better than that. BT and Sal on the Fan. When we come back, we'll have Nick Kostos join us, go over Week 14 in the NFL.
It's Evan and Tiki. Afternoons on the Fan, 101.9 FM.
The top story in New York football, it's the fact that Tomlin is coming.
I will believe that when I see that.
Listen to Evan and Tiki on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Maggie Gray with an Odyssey Sports Minute. For the first time in more than a decade, Bears-Packers actually comes with real heavy stakes, and that alone makes this matchup special. Green Bay has dominated the rivalry, going 19-3 against Chicago since 2013. But now the two teams meet with first place in the NFC North on the line. The oldest rivalry in football finally feels like a true rivalry again. I'm Maggie Gray.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. This Christmas holiday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Christmas holiday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Sunny, cold, high 42. Weather brought to you by Staples. Have an easy holiday at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, shipping supplies and services to get your packages there safely, even custom cards and wrapping paper. Staples. That was easy.
Ho, ho, ho. Quality is very important here at the North Pole. You see, I check my list once, twice. All done.
Well, Santa, quality's important to us at Nissan, too. We actually test every model thousands of times. There's the frame twist test, shaker test, corrosion test, drive load test, tug-of-war test, towing test, off-roading test, practical strength test, splash test, corrugated road test, chassis dynamics test, water intrusion test, extreme heat test, extreme cold test, rough road test, jump test, curb impact test. And physical parts tests.
Save on J.D. Power's #1 mainstream brand in new vehicle quality at the Nissan year-end event. Get 0% APR on the 2026 Road Platinum, 2025 Murano, or Pathfinder for well-qualified buyers. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example: 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 1/5/26.
I'm New Jersey Attorney General Matt Plotkin. Every year, too many lives are lost in alcohol or drug-related crashes. These are preventable tragedies, and it's time to take a stand. Let's make New Jersey's roads safer for everyone. We are all counting on you.
With Target, gifting has never been easier. This Saturday and Sunday, Target gift cards are 10% off with Target Circle. Treat everyone on your list to something you know they'll love. Gift cards for the trendsetters, the techies, the fashionistas, the foodies, and even yourself. The perfect time to save is now. This deal is a yearly fave, so hurry. Get more gifting for your buck and save 10% on Target gift cards with Target Circle for 2 days only. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business?
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more, so you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Ray Cattina Lexus of Freehold and Ray Cattina Lexus of Monmouth. One legendary name, 2 exceptional destinations.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Boomer here. If you care about cooking your meat to perfection as much as I do, the IQ Sense Smart Meat Thermometer from Chef IQ wirelessly monitors your food's internal temperature in real time and pairs with the Chef IQ app to tell you when it's time to flip, rest, and serve. So there's no guesswork, there's no overcooking, just perfect USDA safe temps every single time. It even connects to the new Chef IQ mini oven for hands-off precision cooking. So why not grab yours today at chefiq.com, code word Boomer to save 30% at checkout.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, the Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
I'm back on the Fan. On the line right now, Nick Costos, host of You Better You Bet and Odyssey Sports Betting Insider. Insider calls presented by BetMGM. Make it legendary. Check the latest lines on the BetMGM app. Catch You Better You Bet weekdays, 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern, and You Better You Bet countdown to kickoff Sundays, 11 to 1 Eastern, leading you up to kickoff on the BetMGM network on the Odyssey app, and my favorite show on the Fan, Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., getting you set for the full slate. And Nick, let's start with Thursday night. Usually we get into the Jets-Giants nonsense. No need to go there. This is a huge game with the Lions and Cowboys. Essentially, the way I look at it, an elimination game Thursday night.
Yeah, you could certainly make that case, and great to be on with you guys. I actually think that tonight's game, which is Detroit and Dallas, and Sunday night, Kansas City hosting Houston, kind of mirror each other a little bit, right? So the Lions are 3-point home favorites tonight against the Cowboys. Kansas City is like 3.5 at home Sunday night against Houston, where you can legitimately make the case, and I'm not saying that it would be right, but I think you can make the case that the two underdogs are actually better than the favorites that they're playing at this weekend. The two road dogs, Houston and Dallas, are better than the two home favorites. And there's me saying this about the Chiefs, Kansas City and Detroit. And we can get to the Sunday night game, but just as far as tonight is concerned, I actually think that right now, like, Dallas is better than Detroit. With the state of the Lions and how hurt Detroit is, where we are not expecting Amon-Ra St. Brown to play in tonight's game. So if you're in fantasy, it's the last week of the fantasy football regular season, if you've got him, I actually don't think he's playing. He hasn't practiced all week. He's listed as questionable, so he's not been ruled out yet. In all the prop markets, though, which is generally a pretty good indicator, not 100%, he's not listed. So I think he is unlikely to play tonight. Not 100%, but I think he's likely to miss. Sam Laporta is out for the season for Detroit. So you're missing like two of your three best pass catchers against Dallas, right? And the interior of this offensive line for Detroit is nothing to write home about. It's not what it's been in the past. They tried to bring back their all-pro center, Frank Ragnow, who retired before the season. Then he failed his physical, so he ain't coming back. How is Dallas not throwing for 300 yards in this game on Detroit's injury-depleted secondary? So if you told me fully healthy Detroit, we can have a conversation. I think heading into tonight's game, Dallas is just better. I think the Cowboys are going to win. I certainly like the Cowboys +3 tonight to kick off Week 14.
Nick, real quick here. So you talk about if Detroit was healthy, they're obviously not, which is why you say what you say. And you also mentioned Kansas City before. I feel like throughout the year we've diagnosed their issues more than Detroit, but really Detroit's been a little disappointing from the opening of the season. What is different about the Jets? It's not all injuries. What's the difference this year from last year?
They're not hitting the fourth downs.
That's it?
We can go back to a couple games. So the Philly game, which, Philly kind of like suffocated them in that Sunday night game. But remember all the fourth down, there was such an uproar. How could Dan Campbell pass up the field goals? This is what he always does. And none of them worked out. And maybe if they do, it's a different story. And then last week on Thanksgiving against Green Bay, where, look, Jordan Love was magnificent in the game. He was spectacular. Green Bay went 3 for 3 on fourth down. The Lions went 0 for 2. In high leverage spots. So if Detroit gets these fourth downs, I think it's a different story. Now, that doesn't mean that I think the Lions are a Super Bowl caliber team this year. I don't think that, especially with the injuries that they've sustained. But I kind of think when you're going to have this really volatile style, right, which Dan Campbell does, where he's going to gamble constantly, sometimes you'll go 4 for 8 on fourth down over the span of a few games. Sometimes you'll go 7 for 8. And sometimes you'll go 1 for 8. And it feels like the latter is what's been happening this year for Detroit. And, I like Dallas tonight. It doesn't mean Detroit can't win.
Yeah, I like Dallas, too. I like them, too.
But here's what I can guarantee for everybody. Detroit's going to roll the dice in these big spots. He's going to go for it on some fourth downs. How do I know that? Because that's what he always does. What if they get all of them? They can definitely win the game tonight. So I think that's kind of like the secret sauce for Detroit a little bit. They usually have more talent than the opposition. That may not be as true this year. Now, if they get the fourth downs, that's how they can win. If they don't, that's how they're going to lose. I'll bank on the Cowboys just being better and take the Dallas tonight.
You think the Cowboys can win that division?
I do, which is insane to say. Now Philly, I think Philly's going to get a break on Monday night. My guess is that Justin Herbert does not play. So fractured his hand in the win against the Raiders on Sunday, had surgery on Monday. Now it's his non-throwing hand. He did not practice yesterday. The Chargers are saying that they're not ruling him out. I mean, he has a broken hand, and he's going to play against the Eagles with both of his tackles out. I think he's probably going to miss, which means the Eagles, I think, are likely to win the game on Monday night. But just like looking at the schedules coming down the stretch, I think the schedule favors Dallas, where the Eagles, after the Chargers, will beat the Raiders at home. Then the final 3 games at Washington, at Buffalo, home Washington. And I know the Commanders have stunk this year, but something to remember, it is very likely to be Jaden Daniels starting those games for the Commanders, not Marcus Mariota. So now you've got 2 games against Daniels and at Buffalo in Week 17 sandwiched in there. And the Cowboys have an easier ride down the stretch of the season. Like, they get the Giants in the finale. Like, they get the Vikings next week in J.J. McCarthy. They get the Chargers at home as opposed to on the road, where I think Dallas absolutely has to win tonight in order to keep the dream alive. But I think the dream is there for Dallas to win this division, which I can't believe I'm saying.
I mean, either. I mean, but you're not wrong. I mean, we've kind of computed all this stuff. I'm not sure if I totally agree about the scheduling because Herbert's hurt, whatever. Then they've got the Raiders as well. But I'm not going to quibble over that. But point largely taken. What if they lose tonight in terms, forget about the division, can you still see Dallas maybe getting a wild card?
I think it's going to be really hard, just given like the state of the rest of the NFC. And candidly, like how many wins a lot of these teams have. And I'm just bringing up the standings here where, okay, so Dallas would have 7 wins if they won. So if they lose tonight, they have 6 wins, right?
Yep, that would be 6-1.
Yeah,
correct.
They're toast
6-1.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Chicago has 9.
Yeah, you're right.
Green Bay has 8.
Yep.
Detroit would have 8, right? Because they would win the game tonight.
Yeah.
Tampa has 7. Carolina has 7. And Carolina beat Dallas when they played head-to-head. Rams, Seattle, San Francisco all with 9.
Got it.
It's a must-win game tonight for now, like, I think they're going to win. But if they lose, we could probably say with confidence, like, the only way that they can make the playoffs is to win the division, and you would need the Eagles to lose on Monday night to keep that alive.
Is it a must-win game for your Chiefs?
Yes.
Every game they have to win out? What do you think here? And do you expect that they will make the playoffs at this point?
You know, so the worst AFC playoff team right now has 8 wins if the season ended today. Kansas City has 6. So is it possible the Chiefs could lose 1 more and go 10-7 and win out the rest of the way and make it? Yes, like, it's possible. I don't know if it's likely. I think they absolutely have to win on Sunday night. And I think Houston is interesting, right? Because they're kind of the bizarro Cowboys in a way. And I'll make this make sense in a moment here. Where we've been saying all season, right? Can Dallas's defense just be average or like slightly below average? And they can really cook with gas because the offense is so good. With Houston, it's been the opposite. Can the offense be average or like slightly below average to pair with what I think is the best defense in the league? And then the Texans can cook with gas. I don't think the offense will confuse anyone with like the greatest show on turf, St. Louis Rams, but like it's like an average unit now. The offensive line's way better. They can run the ball with some effect, which they were unable to do at the start of the season. And some of the rookie position players, and Sal, you listen to the Sunday show, I talk about Jaden Higgins every week.
Yeah.
He's coming into his own here. And the thing to consider with this game, right? The Chiefs are probably going to be without 3 of their 5 starting offensive linemen. Like, we know Josh Simmons is out. He's on IR. Trey Smith, their best offensive lineman, their left guard, I think he's probably going to miss. And their swing tackle, who would play left tackle, Jalen Moore, I think is also probably going to miss. Now, we don't, like, those 2 might play. We'll see. I think they're all probably going to be out. And here's the best pass rush in the league. How's this going to go? And then you have those great corners, Stingley and Lassiter, to put on Rashee Wright, and they could play man coverage against the Chiefs receivers. And it's going to be Patrick Mahomes playing against, you know, like, you turn the sliders up on the video game all the way up. And that's the difficulty he's going to face. Yeah. Like, can he win? Like, yes, he's the best quarterback in the league. I'm a little skeptical about it. I would say I'm at DEFCON 1 with the Kansas City Chiefs.
You should be.
I actually think they're done.
I do too.
And it's not the Now I didn't all along.
You can throw dirt on my.
No, I'm serious because even in real time, just looking at the standings and listening to you and thinking about it, I think the Texans are very dangerous here. And we've been waiting for Kansas City. Wow, they're going to make the playoffs. They make the playoffs. There is no more wiggle room. There's no margin for error. And this is a matchup. I thought they would beat Dallas. I thought they'd stomp Dallas. Come on, if they can't beat Dallas, why would I think they can beat the Texans?
And then the thing about that game is, and like we all watched, 57 million people watch the games. Like we all watched the game. Mahomes was sensational in the game. Like,
I was at the game. I went to the game.
BT.
You went to the game?
Yeah, in-laws. Yeah, my wife's parents are in Dallas. We went to the game. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was wild.
So you saw the game, right? Mahomes was great. The defense couldn't get a stop. Andy was like so conservative they should give him a spot on Fox News. And they committed 1 million penalties in the game.
Look at you
and that's the thing
politics.
about. Well, listen, always.
Yeah, I got you.
And listen, I can make a Biden joke at some point too. I wish everyone a happy Arbor Day on December 25th, just to offend everybody.
Yeah,
everybody.
That's good comedy. Offend everybody.
You had I don't even know his name. The mayor of New York. You had one of those lines in there on your Sunday show. I thought that.
Oh, God.
You did. Yeah, I forget what it was, but anyway, you
got to work the current
Those jokes write themselves with him.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, there's some big games coming up this weekend, obviously, in addition to the ones we've touched. Bears, Packers, Steelers, Ravens. Steelers, Ravens, big. Not exactly a great game, but it's big. And, of course, the Colts and the Jaguars. And those two teams seem to be going in a little bit of a different direction here. Jones is jacked up. They've lost a couple straight. Jaguars starting to surge, scored a lot of points this weekend. Does that trend continue? I don't think the Colts necessarily stabilize things. I think they lose. What are you thinking about this one?
Well, I think, BT, as a Jets fan.
Oh, I know.
Oh, dude, they have absolutely smoked the Colts. And it's early, obviously, but they have smoked the Colts out. I told you guys, A.D. Mitchell's an absolute stud and needed a change of scenery. It's like, I'm not surprised by how good A.D. Mitchell has been. I think Indy is better than Jacksonville. Like, I think the Colts are better. Okay. But if I'm going to bet this game, and I haven't decided if I'm going to, how does the handicap not kind of begin and end with one quarterback in the game has a broken leg?
Yeah. And who likes to run?
Who can't move laterally.
He's a thrower, he's a runner. Yeah.
So, I do think Indy is a better team than Jacksonville. If you made me bet the game now, I think I'd take the Jaguars. Yeah, Daniel Jones has a broken leg.
Yeah, he does.
I think I take Jacksonville.
Okay, so now this is just to satisfy my own personal whatever. They're going to lose, I think, a lot of games the rest of the way. I'm with you. I think that they lose this week. I do, and then they've got to go to Seattle. Good luck. Got to play the Niners. Got to play the Jags again. Then they have to finish the season up in Houston, who's obviously surging. So I say this clearly from a Jet perspective. Right now that is the 23rd. Right now it's the 23rd pick. It's moving in the right direction for the Jets. I think they could go 1-4 the rest of the way. I really do. The Colts. How about you?
I don't think there's any question. I think right now in that division, the best team is actually Houston, but Houston's behind the 8 ball, right, in terms of wins and losses. So I think the Texans are the best team. Make me pick a division winner right now. I would actually take Jacksonville, and I like where your head's at, BT, and just on the Jets for a second here. We can talk about that game if you want, also against Miami, where I certainly understand what pick is it going to be for the Jets. I think it's more just the volume of picks in the war chest that the Jets are basically going to be able to, if Darren Muji wants to in 26, and maybe he wants to punt to 27 and push the chips all in then.
Yeah.
They're in the catbird seat to control whichever draft they want out of the next two.
Which is exactly
wherever the big quarterback's in.
It's exactly where you want to be in year one of a rebuild. Last one from me, Nick. Rather than talk about the Jets in Miami, I want to talk about the NFC North. I didn't think the Bears were this good. I thought the Eagles would bounce back and beat them on Black Friday. I was dead wrong about that. Who's the better team? Packers starting to come into form a little bit. We know where the Lions are at. Head-to-head, Bears-Packers for the NFC North. Who do you think's the better team, and what happens on this Sunday?
Green Bay is better, right, than Chicago. And the reason why, I think, was actually said out loud by Bears head coach Ben Johnson in his media availability early in the week when he said, "We are winning not because of, but in spite of our passing game." And it's not where anyone wants it to be right now. And kind of like the dirty little secret with the Bears, and I don't want to frame this in a way that it's like this guy is a bust, because he's not. And it took Jared Goff a couple seasons to really get going in Ben Johnson's offense, right? So I do think it's fair to say Caleb Williams will be better next year in the offense than he is this year in his first year in the offense. But with that said, Caleb's not playing really that well. And this passing offense is really inconsistent, and none of the receivers have really emerged. Like, Rome Odunze kind of stinks recently for the Bears. He does. It is what it is. So I think Chicago's passing offense kind of lacks some upside here. Now, Ben Johnson is such an elite schemer, right? Where think about the game against Pittsburgh a few weeks ago, where he wins off of play action the entire game and the Steelers don't adjust. And then on Black Friday, he puts Vic Fangio in the clown suit by moving everyone all over and having these gaping holes in the run game for DeAndre Swift and for Kyle Monangai. Green Bay's defense is not going to let Chicago's offense do what it wants to do, like the way that those two teams did, even with the Eagles' defense being as good as it is. So who do I think is going to win on Sunday? I think the Packers are more likely to win with Jordan Love playing the way that he is. If the point spread goes to 7, though, I am going to like Chicago to cover the spread. That number is 6.5. I think it might get to 7. Bears plus 7, I think, will be a bet for me coming up on Sunday.
All right, last thing for me, talking to Nick Costas, of course, BT and Sal. Quick hit, don't give it a whole lot of thought. We'll end up, at least I will, with your G-men, and I need an answer fast. The head coach of the Giants in 2026 is going to be?
Oh, I want it to be Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator Clayton Adams.
You did say that last time. That came up a little bit. I just want to see if you're consistent.
And who do you think it's going to be?
I don't know.
Nice talk.
Someone I don't want. Mike McCarthy.
Both of you guys sleeping on McCarthy. I don't get. We don't have time for that. I just don't get it. Show guys some respect. Both of you guys.
Well, it looks like I think Mike McCarthy. And to be fair, the Giants have been such an abject train wreck that like winning 11 games is like, I mean, that's like winning the Super Bowl. I don't think Mike's offensive scheme is antiquated. Mm-hmm. And look, all you need to see is what Dallas is doing on offense this year versus last year. Like, that's it. With Clayton Adams and Brian Schottenheimer. The system's antiquated, but he's a really good coach. They would be respectable again. But the point is not to be respectable. The point is to win a world championship. That's fair. Which is why I would want to pass on Mike McCarthy. Okay. Unless he's bringing 2010 Aaron Rodgers with him.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate your time as always.
Thanks, Nick.
Got it. Wishing everyone minimal sweats, winning bets. The absolute very best of luck.
I always forget how he just launches right. I love when he does that.
He's the best,
I don't know why that cracks me up.
Yeah, I love him. That was the host of You Bet or You Bet and Odyssey Sports Betting Insider, Nick Costos. Insider Calls presented by BetMGM. Make it legendary for all of your betting and sports talk needs. Check out the BetMGM network on the Odyssey app.
Wake up with Boomer and Geo. Mornings 6 to 10 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
WFAN Sports Flash.
Good afternoon at 12 o'clock. I'm Andrew Bogish. Your Sports Flash is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com, and by the FanDuel Sportsbook at the Meadowlands Racetrack. Get all your parlays, money line, and prop wagers made on all the sports action at the Meadowlands Racetrack's FanDuel Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook in North America. 21 plus to wager and present in New Jersey. Gambling problem? Dial 1-800-GAMBLER. The Cowboys and Lions playing for the second straight Thursday, this time against each other in Detroit. They're the first two teams out of the NFC playoff picture right now, so tonight's loser takes a big hit in terms of playoff probability. Aiden Hutchinson knows winning tonight means slowing down a surging Cowboys offense.
Ton of good skill players. Dak's playing at a high level. So, yeah, we got to go out there and we're going to have our hands full, but I think we have all the guys we need to succeed in this building.
Westwood One coverage of Thursday Night Football begins at 7:30 on 660 AM because Nets basketball is on the FM side. Brooklyn looking for its first 3-game winning streak of the season against the Jazz. Our coverage beginning at 7:20. Back in the NFL, Bobby Okereke and Quincy Williams, the Giants and Jets nominees for the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. Fan Weather is sponsored by Ray Katina. Experience the power of 3. Visit bensfam.com. It's 37, a little sunshine in Central Park, and that's what's happening. Sports flashes, top of every hour. I'm Andrew Bogish.
It may be the offseason for the Bombers and Amazons, but there's no offseason for Yankees and Mets talk. Get the latest here. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio app.
Experience the magic of the season during the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration. Enjoy exclusive holiday offers at Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Mercedes-Benz of Union, and Ray Katina of Freehold. 3 powerhouse locations, 1 legendary name, Ray Katina. Discover the power of 3 at bensfam.com.
Beware the holiday buffering.
Who are you?
The ghost of internet past here to slow down right when your guests arrive.
Not this year. We got Verizon's 100% fiber optic home internet. Scored a limited time offer for $20 a month and locked in the price for 3 years.
Fios home internet, that's scary fast.
Now we can all stream, video chat, and game at the same time. So bye.
Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch to Fios home internet today. Fios 300 megabits per second plan at $20 a month with autopay. Any Verizon mobile phone plan and bonus discount. Price guarantee applies to base monthly rate only for my home customers. Terms apply.
When fighting lymphoma, leukemia, or myeloma, the right care team makes a difference. Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Donato, Chief of Stem Cell Transplantation and Cellular Therapy at Hackensack University Medical Center's John Thurg Cancer Center. As the state's largest and most experienced CAR T-cell program, we pioneer life-saving options that empower your immune system to fight cancer. For personalized care in Hackensack or Neptune, call 833-CANCER-MD.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need to get the job done. With fast delivery you can depend on and access to technical product experts ready to help you meet any challenge. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
FanDuel is the #1 sportsbook for same-game parlays, from points and rebounds to threes and assists. FanDuel is the best place to combine your favorite picks into a same-game parlay or track every stat live, all in one easy-to-use app. And right now is the perfect time to join because new customers get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So bet on the players you love the way you want. Head to FanDuel.com/GO, that's GIO, to sign up today. That's FanDuel.com/GO. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. When you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of WFAN, 21 and over and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issues, non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
RU fans, it's basketball season. Make sure you catch all of the Scarlet Knights hardwood action this season on WFAN. Scarlet Knights basketball is presented by RWJ Barnabas Health, the official healthcare provider of Rutgers Athletics. Let's be healthy together. This winter, celebrate the joy of the season in a new all-electric SUV from Cadillac. Make every drive exciting with the innovative technology and optic. Arrive confidently with the sophisticated styling of Lyric. And discover the comfort of this spacious 3-row Bistic. Experience EV luxury like never before at the season's best sales event. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer.
New Jersey packs a lot of wow into every winter getaway. We got wows to knock your ski socks off, wows to warm your soul, and wows to blow your mind. New Jersey, it's one wow after another. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey, little state, lot of wow.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
Back on the Fan. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. So you mentioned it before. Giannis obviously got hurt last night. He's been the main theme of the show. We'll keep that going here with your calls, hot stove stuff as well. 888-808-1019. He is officially ruled out for the next 2 to 4 weeks.
Wow.
Giannis will be sidelined for 2 to 4 weeks with a right calf strain. That's according to Shams.
Okay. So he's not faking it, as some people surmised.
Not faking. I mean, come on. He's not going to fake an injury. People are insane with the speculation.
You know, I
must
saw,
have been AI.
Yeah, well, you mean like Evan asking AI about the state of the station?
Did he actually do that?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
What did they say?
I don't know, but I don't care.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why'd you even bring it up? Don't care.
I don't know. I'm just messing around. I like Evan. I think that when I heard that Giannis got hurt, right? I'm like, oh, God. And then I'm like, the calf, and of course, generally, not always a precursor to the Achilles. Let me check out the video. I got to tell you, my first instinct, did you actually see the video?
No.
I thought that he may have been hamming it up a little bit. It almost looked overly theatrical. I'm like, it looked a little fake.
I mean, who's to
clumsy.
say? But why not take it a step further? Who's to say that he's actually really hurt, BT? Maybe this is just his way of
That's what I'm
sending a message.
saying.
Yeah.
I actually thought that for a second.
I'm saying even now with the report coming out, 2 to 4 weeks with the Cavs. Like, when does the speculation stop?
When he's traded. Given basically what that could mean, and I don't know if I really believe this, but just to work at both sides. I don't completely shoot this down. Hey, give us 2 to 4 weeks to figure out where we're going to trade him.
My point is that people are going to believe what they want to believe, regardless of the truth. Giannis can legitimately be hurt right now. The reports are saying that he's hurt out 2 to 4 weeks with a strain, and there still are going to be people that are like, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, it's true.
Or same thing with Joe Shane. Literally, the Giants came out, released a statement that said Joe Shane's going to be leading our search, and you're like, I'm not buying it. Like, people just believe what they want to believe regardless.
That's true. I don't buy it because I just can't think the Giants are that dumb, number one. The Giannis...
Same with me and the Yankees, by the way. All the reports sound like the Yankees are not going to go all in. I'm like, I'm not buying it. You just believe what you want.
Yeah, it's all good. And we were talking a lot of baseball before, which we can continue to do. Always fun doing a little hot stove here. I saw, if somebody can help me out with this, maybe you even saw it, I don't know. But if you saw it out there, you're listening, tweet the show, tweet me. I just didn't see it. I saw the video, and it's a good minute or so when Giannis gets hurt, like he's right under the rim, and he goes to take 2 or 3 strides down court. I didn't see him look back at his ankle, which, as I know, unfortunately, from an Achilles injury, that's the first thing you do because you feel like somebody kicks you from behind as your Achilles ruptures and shrivels up your calf like a lampshade. So he was down for the entire minute, and I did not see what he looked like when he left the court. And I would like to examine, the gait, the limp, the theatrics. I want to see a little further if I think maybe he's milking this, because I'm not going to rule it out entirely. I'm not. Somebody send me the video.
So now let me ask you, I'm assuming anybody, even if he's hurt, he could be traded, right? It's not going to impact. Just making sure. So that has nothing to do with, it would just be that you'd be getting an injured player whenever they do make that trade. But the important part is that if Bridges is going to be traded, it has to be before February, right? Those are the only logistics that we were going over? As far as what would hold the deal up logistically.
Yeah,
not an injury.
Was that the date? Was it February 5th? I'm going to double check. There was a date, and I think it was February 5, but I don't want to give you the wrong stuff. I'm going to double check that.
No, but the report from last night was saying that they expect a resolution over the next couple of weeks. I don't know if this injury is going to impact that in any way, shape, or form. I wouldn't imagine that being the case. So. But okay, BT and Sal on the Fan. Vinny is calling from Long Island. What's up, Vinny?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hey, Vin.
Good. Listen, before I get to my Giannis point, I'm just going to say one thing. I'm not going to get into a whole big thing about it, but it's really disappointing that you guys aren't going to be together after January. So I wish you guys the best of luck, and everything happens for a reason. I'm sure you'll both land on your feet. I can't wait to hear you on the radio.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And by the way, who says we can't be together? Keep going after that. You never know. Go ahead.
From your lips to God's ears.
Never know.
So in regards to Giannis, this is what I would say. You have to do whatever you can to get him, excluding trading Brunson. Ideally, I don't want to trade OG either, but you got to do whatever you can to get him. The reason you're getting him is because you have a deficiency in one of your 2 stars. Both of your stars cannot play defense, and you can't have both of them doing that. If you bring that not even a superstar, he's a megastar. You bring that megastar in along Brunson, who knows? He will take away those deficiencies with all of his defense and still score and rebound with what Cat can do. So if you can get him without giving up Brunson and hopefully not OG, you got to go get him.
Thank you for the call there, Vinny. Yeah, I mean, look, obviously you want to keep more than give up. I was just reading another trade proposal as well that had the Knicks getting Kuzma back.
Yeah, I saw that too.
A couple other picks right there. Yeah, I mean, you got to get Giannis if he's available, but you got to make sure that the end result should not just be, well, we went and got our second star. You're building a championship team. This is not a rebuild. This is not taking a stab at it the way they did with Karl Anthony Towns. This has to be perfected here. You need to maximize Jalen Brunson now, not next year, not 2-3 years down the road. The time for the Knicks to win the championship is now. This is their window with Jalen Brunson being a peak performer. And same thing with Giannis, by the way. It's not like, oh, well, Giannis is going to be here for the next... How old is Giannis, as a matter of fact?
I think he's 1 year older than Karl Anthony Towns. I believe he's 30 or 31.
So,
1 year older than Cat.
Point is, it's not like you're getting a 22-year-old superstar.
It doesn't change the window of the championship is what it comes down to.
So when you make this move, not only do you need to make sure you make this move the right move, but you also have to make sure the other pieces, if there is a secondary move or what the return is, what's going, it has to be championship ready now, or at least when the trade deadline comes and goes, whatever it may be, whenever you can finalize the roster for this team.
I think it's got to be now. I don't think you can kick this down the road. By the way, and we'll see if I was right, I could be wrong, but one of the reasons why I was pretty adamant, not the only reason, but one of the reasons I leaned on when I really thought the Knicks needed to move on from Tom Thibodeau before they actually did, I was worried about, because I didn't like the way the season ended, and I was worried about this season getting off to, I don't mean an awful start, too much talent for that to happen, but a start that wasn't really appealing to me, that kind of reinforced what I already knew, and then the Knicks made me feel compelled to make a mid-season change, and maybe you waste a whole season of Jalen Brunson's prime and Jalen Brunson on a very good team-friendly Knick contract. Like, anything that you do this year must be included in a year that you legitimately could win the championship. Has to.
Limo driver Ed is calling from Allentown, PA. What's up, limo driver Ed?
All right, guys. Let me tell you about Giannis.
Yeah.
Aging. I want you guys to go back for the past maybe 5 years. The dude's always on injured reserve. All right? And if it starts messing with that calf, okay, we have seen how many guys where it disruption these guys in sports today. Not like the old days. This wasn't happening. He's there today and, messing with his calf. I don't want him. All right? Listen, Bucks ain't winning with him. Just stop it. You know what? We always, as a Knicks fan and everybody, we always go get this aging player and we never win. I don't want to just stop. Because you know what? You're going to bring him in. You're giving up a lot for him, and you're getting older. I don't want that. And the man cannot prove to me that he can stay on the floor. I need him for the playoffs. I don't need him to sit up here and you're going to say, well, he's messing around or he's faking it. No, man. Hey, the reports got to go to the league. You cannot do that because, you know what? People come to see him. And so you're not going to have that in the NBA.
Whoa, Eddie. Now, I'm not saying that he's definitely pulling the hustle here, but you're going to be so naive where you definitively say that would not happen. I don't put anything past the NBA at this point.
All right, then, but that's fine. But guess what, too? People are getting tired of as fans. You got to have them on the floor.
I understand that, but
time management, you guys.
No. I thank you for the call there, Ed. A little noise in the background. Appreciate you always checking in.
Oh, he's driving the limo.
That's true. He's working.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's parked. Maybe he's eating. We don't know if he's driving somebody around now.
Limo driver Ed, I'm assuming he's driving around now, although it wouldn't be peak hours, I wouldn't think, for a limo. No?
It wouldn't be. But my question would be, and my first radio job was in Allentown, so I don't mean this is a shot. I mean this
Who's
is
using limos there?
Who you driving around a limo in Allentown? I left 20 years ago.
Like proms or something, I guess? It's not prom season.
I mean,
no, I'm just saying in general to use a limo.
Yeah, true. Weddings, of course. I don't think you're getting married at 12, 13 on a Thursday. Don't have anything Judaism like midday, midweek that might be compelled to call the limo service.
No, but it could be a wedding coming up.
Right.
Yeah, well, we know, but we're talking about right now.
Like at 12:30. Well, maybe he's just not. Maybe he also drives other vehicles, not just limos.
Or maybe he's just prepping the limo for Friday night or Saturday night wedding.
If I'm Ed and I'm a driver, I want to be referred to as limo driver Ed.
Of course.
Or limo driver Sal.
Anything else is a downgrade. Sure.
Possibilities. Limo driver Sal.
Yeah, well, listen, maybe we're going to be checking out that Uber app for a different reason.
Limo driver Sal versus, regular car driver Sal.
Yeah.
So he could just be driving, doing his job, but not in the limo yet because that's only used on special occasions.
That's a very interesting point. Now, I know that your dad, rest in peace, was a mechanic, very good with his hands, unlike his son who had his wife change the flat tires. You told us the story. He'd
be proud. Proud Baba.
He'd be proud of other stuff, not that. And I know
he would be proud that however I did it, I figured out a way to make sure I got here on time.
That
it's
is
on
true.
The morning show.
And you did find your way to WFAN, which he knew you wanted to get to, so he is proud with that. But he was a car guy. I was not a car guy at all. My dad was the exact opposite of a car guy. But,
I'm more with you and your dad, obviously.
I know you are, but did you ever have, I don't even think I had a car where I was like, God, I'd love to. Growing up, and this is in the late 80s, early 90s, a lot of my buddies had pictures of Lamborghinis in their bedroom. I had pictures of Don Mattingly and Nicole Eggert.
Right.
Did you actually, was there any car that you're like, I got to get that when I'm a grown man and I can afford it?
No.
Me neither.
I just never had, again, I grew up in a house that my father did it and a lot of his friends, and he had a lot of great cars. So I have some of them. So
didn't he leave you a Porsche? What did he leave you? He left
Porsche.
you a Porsche.
I thought he did. No, he's more Porsche. Where are you getting that from?
An old one. I thought that's what you told me.
A Corvette was my...
Okay, I'm not that far. What's the difference? Oh, you make it like I'm saying that he left you a Yugo.
No.
It's a Corvette,
A Corvette was my first car. That I would drive that to high school. First
guy.
car.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, but no,
first car was a Vet.
He was more of a classic, a classic car guy.
Like 50s, 60s.
Yeah, 55 Chevy.
There you go.
67 Firebird, 67 Camaro, things like that.
Camaro.
Look at me talking
Yeah,
cars,
no, that's
huh?
good Camaro.
Yeah.
Fire right there.
I would look at, and then I would always watch him get upset working on these things and be aggravated. And to me, it just is like, I'd rather go watch baseball. So meanwhile, he hated sports. So it was a weird dynamic. What's the point of this when I go to be a limo driver soon? I would want to be called limo driver Sal.
Well, we'll call you
who
that.
knows? And what was Ed talking about with the Knicks?
Dude, I don't know, man.
LDS, limo driver Sal, at your service.
Oh, God almighty.
Hey, man. I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Hey, listen, I hear you, man. I understand that. I get you.
BT and Sal on the Fan. Pete in Seaford. What's up, Pete?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good.
It's really a shame that the Knicks kind of like shot their wad with the Bridges trade and all the draft capital. You know, there was rumors about Giannis early last season, too, when they were struggling. The only way the Knicks are getting Giannis is if he says to Bucks management, I am only going to the Knicks, and oh, by the way, this calf strain is going to last 10 weeks if you don't do that.
Well, that's what we're talking. Yeah, if
but
he makes that power play flex, I agree.
But he can't do. He can't.
He already told it that he only wants to go for the Knicks.
No, I'm saying you can't legally say you're going to be out for 10 weeks.
He can't.
Okay.
He can't legally do it. And also, I know people are talking about you trade Brunson, small guards don't win championships. You know, trading Brunson, even for a player of Giannis's caliber, would be like that would be like the Mets trading Seaver all over again. You just don't do it. You know, my son's standing next to me. He would be irate if Jalen Brunson was not a Knick anymore.
There are some guys that you just, and thank you for the call, Pete.
Thanks, bud.
He's untouchable. That's why I was telling Hoff before. It was Hoff's opinion. He was saying that he thinks the Knicks would trade him, whatever. And then we get into the idea of, well, would they be better with Giannis being the focal point as to Brunson, whatever. Those are different conversations. They're not trading him. It defeats the purpose of bringing in Giannis, moving on from Jalen Brunson. He's as untouchable an athlete in this town as you can possibly be, with good reason. I'd rather lose with Jalen Brunson than win without him. I wouldn't have traded Ewing for Jordan back in the 90s. Call me an idiot, call me a fool. I've heard worse, and I understand Jordan versus Ewing. I wouldn't have traded Patrick Ewing, or John Starks for that matter, for anybody. And Jalen Brunson is actually certainly better than Starks, and you have argued, BT, better than Ewing.
He impacts winning more, not necessarily better, but that he impacts winning more than Ewing.
I'm not ready to go there. What I do know is the Knicks were an unmitigated disaster on many levels for over 20 years prior to the arrival of the Savior, another number 11. The way that Messier saved the Rangers, Jalen Brunson has saved the New York Knicks. He loves being here. He embodies everything that's great about this city and New York Knicks basketball. Takes less money, a captain, makes the team better, star player. There's nobody on earth that I would trade Jalen Brunson for from a New York Knicks perspective.
Well said. Well said. Serious question for you.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this, and when we mess around, and we love when I'm talking about the old Knicks. You just brought up Patrick. You know, we've had a little fun. Patrick, and we all remember the cadence of the introductions. John Starks, Charles Overton, Virginia Union. The Knicks, to my knowledge, and I don't think I'm missing anybody, have never had a 5-syllable superstar. And Antetokounmpo is 5 syllables.
Has anybody had a 5-syllable superstar before?
I'm sure there's a couple, but I don't know. But I'm talking about the Knicks, like even going back to before they did, like Clyde Frazier, Willis Reed, 1 syllable, 2 syllable.
I think he probably just hit you with a Giannis or something like that. You know what I mean?
You think he ignores his last name? Do you know how prideful that man is of his Greek descent? There's no way he's going to let him in New York City with the Greek population. He's not going to let him say his last name. Of course, he's going to say my last name. I know, but
I'm saying when you score a bucket, everybody's going to call him Giannis. Yeah. Everybody does call him Giannis.
Oh, everybody called Patrick Ewing Patrick.
I know, but it's easy to say. Patrick Ewing. It's not easy to say Giannis Antetokounmpo. How do you even do that?
That's
what I'm saying. Maybe
I don't know.
Call him Giannis.
Giannis. I think you have to. You know what I think you have to do? I think you have to do it very aggressive.
One shot.
Oh, I love that part. That's money, right? And the one. Yeah. I think
what the heck's his name? Mike.
Koshevsky, something like that. Great guy. I've met him a few times. He's awesome, and he just adds to the ambiance. He's great.
As a matter of fact, I hated when I would go to a game and he wasn't on PA.
Me too. Now, I'm not trying to call you out if you don't know it. I'm older, so maybe you don't. Do you remember the prior public address announcer before the gentleman that we just said, I may have butchered his name a little bit, but we all know who we're talking about.
Spencer Ross.
No, Spencer did some games.
Took a stab at it.
Not bad. John Condon.
Yes,
yeah, I know
do know
the name.
Well, they used to have the booth, the John Condon broadcast booth.
And now the media room.
John Condon media room.
Where I
that's
go
right,
for St. John's, get the notes and stuff. Yeah, so John Condon.
So it was the old booth, but then when they renovated the garden.
Then they made it it was the Marty Glickman booth.
So maybe I'm getting it mixed up.
Okay, before they renovated the garden, the Marty Glickman booth, they had that, remember that, like the Whiz sign and the MSG, like illuminated neon sign? And during halftime and obviously after the game, the players would walk through it. They would walk right underneath the Marty Glickman Memorial booth.
Okay, that's what I got mixed up, the John Condon press room. In my mind, I remember the name, yes.
Correct, but I think, just to summarize this, to keep it moving, I think it's going to, no, I do. This might be, it might be a Nick. I think that it has to be very aggressive and very fast, like Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like, I don't think if you draw it out, you're going to stutter all over yourself.
Do you have one?
I have a question for you. What if Aaron Boone was the coach to Giannis Antetokounmpo? Would he be Yanni? Yanni?
Yeah, probably.
One of my good friends' name is Yanni. Love him.
Okay.
Golfing partner.
Now we've gone off the rails. Thank you both for derailing that.
I don't understand that. I don't understand what. I mean, I know Yanni the musician. I don't know what you mean by that at all.
Judgy.
Dove, give us.
I got you.
I mean, oh my God.
I got you. My bad. No, I got you.
My God.
I know. Hey, we're a little preoccupied these days. What do we say?
I knew what you meant. I just thought it was awful.
It was terrible.
Give us your best PA call.
Yeah, Dovey.
Come on, Dove.
You have to.
Dove, go out with a bang.
You must do
Come on.
it. By the way, hold on. Dig down deep and get the Stones to do it, because you're going to do it before we go to break. No matter what, you're going to do it. But as you're trying to get the stuff to do it,
bullying taking place.
Well, no. Let me just let everybody know that Dove had a very, very interesting post last night on social media.
I saw that. Yeah.
But I don't know that everybody knows. And
we can do that after the break.
No. We want to hear what Dove is going to do now. I want to hear it, Dove. Do what Sal just instructed you to do.
It's time for a break.
Every Saturday at 8 a.m., it's Kickoff with Boomer and Mike Valenti, where the guys break down the biggest headlines and storylines from across the NFL.
I need to see a lot more before I'm ready to say, yes, this kid's going to be the next Jackson Dart at Drake May.
Kickoff with Boomer and Valenti is brought to you by Nationwide. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side. And The Fan, always streaming on Odyssey, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio app.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds. Resilience matters. And history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
You've got big dreams, and with the Powerball jackpot up to a huge $820 million, you can make those dreams a reality. Grab a Powerball ticket today at any New Jersey Lottery retailer.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
At Audi Manhattan, experience best-in-class service in the heart of New York. Visit their Audi flagship store today, conveniently located on 55th and 11th. Audi Manhattan, where luxury meets excellence.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
At Straight Talk, we know the holidays are your time to say
yes.
So why put up with a wireless company that makes you say
out of data?
Or
no service here?
Switch to Straight Talk and say yes to real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network covered by Verizon. And with a free 5G phone when you activate select plans, someone else in your family can say yes! Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Based on RootMetrics State of 5G Report, United States 1H 2025. Experiences may vary. Not an endorsement of Verizon. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Visit WFAN.com/contest to enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to a Racket at the Rock, the inaugural unique exhibition celebrating the world's best tennis players at New Jersey's biggest stage, Prudential Center, on December 7th. From our friends at Prudential Center.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, we're celebrating this holiday season with our $155,000 Slay the Road drawing, including your chance to win a new Range Rover Defender and $10,000 cash. Earn entries all month long, then be here on January 1st between 12 and 3 p.m. when one winner will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. At 4 p.m., one lucky winner will win a Range Rover Defender and $10,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Once upon a time, Dunkin' made the perfect donut, and from its center came something even better. Dunkin' Munchkins, tiny bites of joy made from the dough they scooped right out of the middle. This holiday season, Dunkin' Munchkins remind us that even the smallest of things can mean the most, like laughing with friends or enjoying the last munchkin in the box. So grab a box of 3, 5, 25, or 50. Share them, gift them, or just keep them all to yourself. We won't tell. It's Dunkin' Munchkins, proof that something so small can be the best bite of all. The holidays run on Dunkin'.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
BT, it's out back on the Fan. So I was looking at, sometimes I get these weird emails just about signing odds. Not specifically signing odds, but in this particular case, it was a signing odds, but just odds overall. Anyway, this is some site that has the odds of a few of the players from Japan, okay, on their next team.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically all we have. So,
Yeah,
I got a scouting report on some of them, too.
So, Munetaka Murakami, we've talked about him. He was the one that has power, but couldn't
Lefty
hit a
hitter.
fastball.
Yep, correct.
Yeah. And not a great defensive player. Plays a little third and first, if I'm not mistaken.
You got it right.
Yankees are the third highest odds. Dodgers are first. Mariners are second. Yankees 6-1, Mets 8-1. That's on Murakami. Now, I don't want him, and I don't think you do either, right? From the Mets or Yankees perspective.
If he's good, I'll take anybody.
No, but you know what? He's the one that you were complaining you didn't like that he.
Okamoto. I'm sorry.
No. This is Murakami. I'm going to get to Okamoto.
Okay.
Murakami was the one with the power.
Yeah, I don't want him. No, you're right.
That's
My
what I'm
bad.
saying.
I'm getting a little confused with these names.
Now, Okamoto, the guy I was just talking to you about during the break.
Yes.
So Kaz Okamoto, who I believe is the better defender of the two, but the lighter hitting of the two.
First base, third base, Gold Glove equivalent out there.
There
Yes.
you go. Okay, Gold Glove equivalent.
That's him. Yep.
Yankees 5-2 favorites to sign him. I like that. And the Phillies are second at 3-1. The Mets are way down at 12-1 to sign Okamoto.
Okay, I mean, listen, I'm intrigued. I guess a little bit here. Is he going to come and supplant Ryan McMahon as the starting third baseman? If McMahon's still here, well, I was going to get that.
Okay.
No, so my answer, McMahon, no. Is he going to supplant Ben Rice as the everyday first baseman? I know you don't think he could be a good first baseman. I think he could become okay. My answer would still be no. There is he a depth piece? I mean, it's not going to be some exorbitant contract. I wouldn't imagine. So I'm interested here. I'll give you a little background. He's 29 years old. Normally a corner infielder with the glove. He owns a 274 average, right around an 850 OPS. I can give you the slash line. I just condensed it. 250 home runs, batting dating back to 2015. A little first, a little third, some experience in the outfield as well. Primary position, the hot corner, was hurt last year, limited to 77 games, elbow injury, but he's okay now. He still finished up strong, hit 322. 15 bombs and 314 plate appearances. You know, his strikeout rate, this I love, is 13%. Like that's really
that's
low.
The Yankees. That's why I like that.
Yeah, that's appealing to me. Sure. I mean, he's not going to be a star, I wouldn't think, but okay.
And then the final one, and this is my favorite of the bunch, Tatsuya Amai,
the pitcher.
Yes. Who said basically,
I want to beat the Dodgers.
Oh, talk to me.
Where's he favored? The Mets. The way you get excited, it's got to be the Mets.
Talk to me. Talk to me, Amai. 3-1. 3-1 Mets.
Oh, man.
I actually, my gut is saying Yankees with him. I don't know why. Yeah. I think he... Okay, do the math. Let me just give you the last odds here. So Mets are favorite 3-1. Red Sox second 7-2. Yankees third 4-1.
God, the Red Sox don't even really need him with that sick
Neither
sick
do the
rotation.
Yankees.
But
here's why I think Yankees. He said East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
He said he wants to beat the Dodgers. Be on the team to beat the Dodgers. The Mets, like, come on, they're not where the Yankees are. This is not a money thing.
Yeah.
So it's not like the Mets could just go out there and, I mean, they could have the highest, I guess, post, but you don't know. Isn't it like blind kind of?
They revamped that a while ago, I believe. Yeah. I believe the bids are secure.
Right. Anyway.
But there's also a window. It's not like you could say, I'll give you $150 million and the Tampa Rays come in with 9.
That's true because we had that with Yamamoto. What am I talking about?
It changed.
It did change with that. All right, so maybe they can lure him a little bit more than the Yankees, but I just get the feel that if the money is equal or close to equal, I would get the feel that Amai would want the Yankee history and the prestige of the pinstripes more so than just going to the Mets for the most money.
I like hearing that. I also don't know how good he is. I mean, I thought Kagawa was going to be phenomenal. Never won a major league game.
But that's a different story.
No, I
take my chance. I'll take my chance on him because of the. He's not going to be Yamamoto. I know that's the comp, and everybody's hoping that that's going to be the case. He's not going to be Yamamoto. So
is he going to be as good as Senga when Senga's healthy?
I think he should be better than Senga.
Well, then if he's better now, again, when healthy,
Senga's
good.
Certainly got the. Maybe the intangibles that Senga did not possess.
Fair, but think about this again, and it's a big if here. Preface with a big if. If he's healthy. Is he better than Senga? And, I know it's just your opinion. I've never seen the guy pitch, but if your opinion is right, ultimately...
Well, it's not. I'm just basing it off...
phenomenal.
I'm basing it off of all the information from people who are putting out that information. I can't have an opinion on the guy I've never seen.
No, that's really what I meant,
The stats that were impressive to me was the walk rate has been on a rapid decline.
Okay, figuring things out.
There was some stuff in the numbers, and obviously that's all we have at this point.
Look at you getting... I'm wearing off on you. Get numbers over here.
It's all I have with the players from Japan.
Sally digits.
With Senga, I could give you more than numbers. I remember before he even threw a pitch in the big leagues, there was a lot of thought that people thought he was better off as a reliever. Didn't think he was going to be
couldn't sustain the stuff through a long, 5, 6, 7 inning frame, 100 pitches.
Maybe worried about the durability a little bit.
Okay.
So they thought maybe he would be better out of the pen. So with Senga, my point is with Senga, I think he was just a guy from Japan. I think Imai is more than that, but not to the level that Yamamoto or Sasaki had.
Okay, so more like maybe like an amazing 3 or a good 2 rather than an ace.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
All right, let me react to a couple of things here. Number one, I disagree on the Yankees being the preferred destination just based on the criteria. Because if you... Now, it's obviously geographically the Mets satisfy that. We know that. He wants to go to the East Coast. All right, Mets are East Coast. But if you really want to beat the Dodgers, if you go to the Yankees, you might not ever play the Dodgers. So immediately, what's the greatest chance to impact the Dodgers and to throw the Dodgers? Well,
but maybe he's thinking World Series.
I'm sure he's thinking that grandest of stages, of course. And he just saw the Yankees play the Dodgers in the World Series a couple of years ago. So maybe that is freshly and intimately on his mind. It very well might be. That's the one thing. The other thing, too, this is more from a cautionary flair. If the Mets, or really, if the Tigers don't trade Skubal and the Pirates do not trade Skeens, and they're not going to trade Skeens, and the Mets whiff on Valdez, there's a lot of ifs here, but follow me, which I don't think they will. I think Valdez will be a Met, okay? But if they don't, last second pivot, right? And Amai is the main offseason catch for the Mets from a pitching perspective. I'm not comfortable with that.
No, he's not going to be a main catch. I just think he's going to be one of...
Well, I know.
They're going to make a trade, and there was actually a report today. We didn't get to this yet. I saw... Was it the Post? I think it was the Post that said that the Mets liked the idea of Joe Ryan from the Twins.
I saw that, too.
And the Twins had interest in Tong, potentially. Sign me up for that. Joe Ryan's one of those guys who I like. Now, I like the idea of Peralta as well from Milwaukee. I think the Mets need to make at least one trade for one of those type guys, Ryan or Peralta, Peralta, and then sign one of the big free agents. If you add Amaya on that, obviously the more the merrier.
You know what? And I think that they will. I'm just trying to present a possible, which I don't really think will happen. Like, again, you can't make the Tigers trade Schoolball. Same with Skeens. Same with Ryan. I mean, same with Peralta. You can't make teams trade them, so you can incentivize them to do it. All I'm saying is, again, won't happen. Like if Amaya was the only offseason import and you start next season with, not that Amaya will be at the top of the rotation, but let's just say McLean, maybe then Amaya, then Peterson, then Sproat, then, I don't know, what other guy. Right. You can't do that. Like you need to have, you got to fortify this because last year was a disaster.
BT and Sal on the Fan. More of your calls. We come back, 888-808-1019.
All right, Sal, let me tell you about FanDuel. Do a little betting on the game tonight if you want. A little Cowboys-Lions, big one. Every Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel because with FanDuel, you have Thursday and a touchdown jackpot. You can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. To jump in on the fun, all you have to do is place an anytime touchdown, score bet before the game kicks off, and if that player scores the first or last touchdown of the game, you'll win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/BT to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/BT for your shot to win. That's a share of $2 million. Sal, maybe you should, let's jump in here, buddy. Play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NFL. Also, the official partner of us here at WFAN. 21 plus and physically present in New York. You must be. Opt-ins required. Must also apply profit boost token on select market prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who make the correct pick, first or last touchdown pick. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bet that expires 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And for help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
It's Chris McMonagle overnights on the Fan, 101.9 FM.
When you're 0-7, is there a right direction? Like, that's what I'm so tired of both of these teams. Is there even a right direction at 0-7? I don't know.
Listen to CMAC on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Maggie Gray with an Odyssey Sports Minute. The New York Giants are 5-25 since last season, and GM Joe Shane is out of excuses. His roster is a wreck. The defense is a disaster. He admits that he's made mistakes, yet insists he's somehow better than when he started, despite results getting worse annually. Coaches have already been fired. The young core is overstated, and now ownership has to decide if Shane deserves to survive a collapse he built. I'm Maggie Gray.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Joe?
I started a woodworking business. I was able to build beautiful furniture, but had no handle on the business side of things, so quickly fell behind in my taxes. 1 year of being behind in taxes quickly turned into 5 years. I ended up owing almost $37,000.
Then Joe found Tax Relief Advocates.
I would hear ads for Tax Relief Advocates. One day it just clicked. This is my exact situation that I'm in. So I wrote down the number and called from the car when I got home that day. TRA saved me 99% of what I owed the IRS, and that brought a huge sense of relief.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Joe did and call TRA for a consultation.
I'm really happy that I made that call, and I finally felt like I could breathe again.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-513-5321. 800-513-5321. That's 800-513-5321.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Tune into the BT and Sal Show weekdays from 10 to 2 on the Fan. Presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac is the official luxury vehicle of the New York Giants.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like those clean lines. Fellas, do we have anyone that can get to Greenport today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. Who wants to work some overtime?
He needs to dig up quality landscapers and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/
life.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Headed to MetLife Stadium this Sunday? Stop by the Get Covered New Jersey booth and find out how you can score quality, affordable health coverage with Get Covered New Jersey. 8 in 10 people get financial help. Visit getcovered.nj.gov.
This year's Farmer's Almanac warns of a harsh, super snowy winter. So take control of the wet, snowy, and icy conditions with a new set of Bridgestone winter tires from Town Fair Tire at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, Town Fair gives you the most free services for life with your purchase of Bridgestone winter tires. For the guaranteed lowest price on Bridgestone winter tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
Make your holidays memorable at a Lexus from Ray Katina. The Lexus December to Remember sales event is here. Drive home luxury in a GX or TX with class-leading storage. Celebrate the season in style at Ray Katina Lexus of Freehold and Ray Katina Lexus of Monmouth.
MSC Cruises Black Friday sale is here with the best deal of the year. Cruise from $199. Plus, get up to $1,000 onboard credit and kids sail free. Experience MSC Cruises' signature blend of European style and American comfort. From global flavors to Broadway-style shows and more. Book your next holiday to must-see destinations like the Caribbean, Europe, and beyond. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, the Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
BT, it's out back on the Fan. So just to clarify, we did get to this eventually, but I don't know what year I was living in when I was talking about the posting fees and all that stuff and the blind bidding. Joe DeMeo, my buddy over at SNY, does a lot of stuff, SNY.TV, the podcast, all that, saying Amaya is not only is the most money, he's represented by Boris. So clearly money is going to matter a lot in this particular case with what is essentially a normal free agency. Also, Joe was just saying, in his opinion, there's also usually pressure from the Japanese club for guys to take the most money because they're doing them a favor by posting them. So obviously that's where you would have the odds being what they were, with the Mets being the favorite to get MI, factoring in money. But a part of me just believes he wants to be a Yankee. That's, again, I don't know anything about him. Mm-hmm. Taking all things into account, I would think he wants to be a Yankee.
It makes sense on the money side, where if they post you, hey, listen, I'm going to do for you, and now you do for me, and you go stateside, do your thing, and make sure I get a big piece of the pie before you bounce.
Right. BT and Sal on the Fan, 888-808-1019. Rob is calling from Tom's River. What's up, Rob?
Hey, Rob.
What's up, gentlemen? How are you?
Good, Rob. How are you?
Awesome. You guys are awesome, and you know that, and I won't get into it, but I really can't imagine the station without you guys. But anyway, that's the only thing I'll say about this. I would really like the Mets, and it's a very unpopular opinion, I would love the Mets to stay out of Japan when it comes to rotation help. And my two biggest key pieces of evidence here is these guys always is all-encompassing word, but these guys seem to always need an extra day of rest in the rotation. It throws off all the other guys in the rotation who are normally expected to pitch and want to pitch every fifth day. A lot of the times, unless you're Imanaga, unless you're Yamamoto, the majority of these guys that come over are more of a pain in the ass than they're worth, in my eyes.
Really?
I want to know how you guys feel about that.
I don't know. Yeah, go ahead. Give us a little more before we let you go. Well, expand on that.
That was pretty good, having the maintenance off schedule, which I understand. I mean, but it's not everybody. I don't remember Tanaka being a pain.
Tanaka was phenomenal.
So Tanaka is a guy 100% who's not on that path. But, I mean, look at Senga. Look at Kenta Maeda, who was a good comparison to Senga. They were the same type of pitcher when they came over. Crazy forkball. Maeda is a guy, again, he's a reliever now. Senga has always had a problem staying healthy. I fear, especially with Imai being represented by who he's represented by, that it's just going to be more of a hassle than it's worth.
I don't agree with that. And I also think, but I respect where you're coming from. And by the way, you cite some examples, so, you're not pulling this out of left field.
He was
Hiroki fine.
Yeah, he's
good.
Solid.
He was good.
Yeah, I think you could pick and choose. I don't like the idea of throwing a rotation into a frenzy by having to accommodate one pitcher with an extra day of rest. It just does not make any sense whatsoever. It drives me nuts. So I understand that aspect of it. But, I mean, you saw what Yamamoto did in the postseason. He was a World Series MVP.
Yes, absolutely.
So, and we're not watching the Dodgers every single night, but, with Sasaki, with Yamamoto, with Ohtani. Ohtani doesn't, now I know he doesn't pitch often, and obviously there are other things there, the injuries and the offensive player that he is, but I don't think that it's every pitcher from Japan or the majority that need the extra rest. It's a few, sure.
That's a very broad characterization, which I don't really think is accurate. That's why I push back a little bit. Not that there aren't some examples, and we know them, and one of them's here until he's not in Senga. Listen, the other thing, too, about Tanaka that needs to be said is that, because really it's the opposite of what the Mets are dealing with now, is that, I mean, he basically placed his livelihood on the table every time he went out there with his UCL joints basically hanging by a thread. He pitched with a partially torn UCL for a long time.
Didn't want that surgery.
I know. It wasn't like, shut me down, I don't want to risk it or risk future earnings. He went out there and pitched, I don't know how many starts. I could look it up. Matter of fact, I will. But from the diagnosis of the injury till the time he left the Yankees, he was out there for a lot of starts with that thing hanging by a thread, and he said, "You know what? I'm playing." And so he was a gamer.
Roman is calling from Hawthorne. What's up, Roman?
What's up, guys? What's going on?
Not much.
What's going on, dude?
So, if we could bring it back to the Giants, the head coaching selection, I just wanted to, put into perspective the last decade and how we failed miserably on all of these experiments with the OCs and the DCs and the special team coordinators. I mean, I think I actually agree a lot with BT when he's saying Mike McCarthy, because Mike McCarthy is a proven winner. He's won a Super Bowl. He's groomed Aaron Rodgers. He's groomed Dak Prescott. They both became superstars. And I just think that we've done this experiment before. Like, how many times do they need to experiment with DCs, OCs? And I know everybody's an individual, and they all have their qualities, but you don't know how they're going to be as a head coach. You have no samples. You have no, data on that. But what we do have data on is the last four coaches, Ben Daboll, Joe Judge, Pat Shurmur, McAdoo. They have been utterly miserable. They've been terrible. I mean, Daboll had one good year. That's it. McAdoo had one good year. That's it. It's just this revolving carousel of crap that they keep throwing at us. Yep. And, I think
you want it to end.
A proven winner.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, you want it to end. And you know what, Roman? You're tired of throwing darts and hope they land in the right spot. Now, again, McCarthy's not Parcells. I'm not saying that. But you know what? You know where the floor is. And instead of being in football hell, which is where the Giants' floor has been for too long, you might not get to the penthouse with Mike McCarthy, but you're going to be living in a decent apartment. And maybe from there, once you have the basis and the foundation and the culture and the roster built out and all the other things you need, well, then maybe it's an easier handoff to somebody that can take you to the penthouse and win the championship.
Yeah, I agree with the notion of not hiring another unknown first time. I don't care how impressive they are. I would not do that for the Giants. Where we just disagree is that instead of going with McCarthy, I would go with Bill Belichick. And it's a simple disagreement, but we're in the same ballpark of what we want the Giants to get. A no doubt about it, proven commodity, a non-first-time head coach trying to build this thing back up, especially when you have the quarterback in place. So I don't love McCarthy, but at least to me that would be better or more justifiable hire than it would be a hot coordinator from whichever tree that you want to poach from.
I'm trying to eliminate guesswork. I'm trying to bank on something that I know is going to give me X amount on my return. Might not be 12 or 13 or 14%, something monstrous. But it might be on a stock. It might be 5%. Where it's okay. Here we go, make 5%. Not what you want necessarily. Although it beats some of the alternatives. But the point is, you're making money. You're just not making as much as you think, or maybe even as much as you can with somebody else. But you're not losing money. That's what I'm saying.
Paul is in Astoria. What's up, Paul?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might be in the minority here, but I think we shouldn't trade for Giannis. I think we should let him come as a free agent.
Well, I don't think he's got a couple of years to go, so that's probably not going to happen. And then Cat and
but
Brunson's
I wouldn't break
older.
up the team just yet because it's going to cost you Cat. It's going to cost you a couple of wings. Can't shoot. He's hurt again.
Yeah.
I think he's faking, but I'd hold on to Cat.
Okay.
Hold around him.
All right. Hey, listen, I'm not going to shout you down, Paul. You're more of a Cat believer than we are. Okay.
Yeah, but I like the difference of opinion. I was waiting for somebody. We've been waiting 3.5 hours for somebody to give that take. Yeah, but just explain why. You heard why BT and I wouldn't.
Well, he's going to cost a lot more than Cat would, and he can get a bucket any time. Giannis can shoot, not really after 10 feet. So, I don't know. He can't hit the three consistently. That's an all-time great shooter. And I wouldn't break up. It's going to cost you OG and Hart, maybe. I wouldn't give up 2 wings. Okay. That's just me.
Okay, listen.
I know picks aren't, not as valuable, but definitely not 2 wings. No way.
And do you think, though, that Karl Anthony Towns and Brunson and this version of the Knicks has a chance to win a better chance to win a championship than if they traded for Giannis?
This year, definitely. I think down the road, Giannis is Giannis. Not denying his talent, but he's a little older. He's breaking down again. He got hurt. Maybe he's faking it. Maybe he's not. But
no, he's
I've seen the Melo trade. I wouldn't do it again.
That's what I thought of it. Thank you for the call,
Interesting.
Paul.
There you go.
Here's the biggest difference, though, because I do like that comp. That's what this feels like. A player who wants to get out of where he currently is and wants to go to the Knicks. That was with Carmelo Anthony. Giannis is only about 1 billion times better than Carmelo Anthony.
Oh,
and he actually won a championship before. I know he's getting older, and I know he could be banged up a little bit, but and I'm not trying to disparage Carmelo, but this is a totally different ballgame here. And the Knicks are also not looking to just go get a star the way that they were with Melo. They're trying to build a championship team. They're close, but they need the finishing pieces. And they thought it was going to be Karl Anthony Towns and Bridges. It wasn't. You either have the option of continuing to finish out this year with the team that you thought you built to be a championship team, or if you believe something better is out there in Giannis, figuring out a way to pair him and make the championship team around him and Jalen Brunson.
I'll give you one more or you're not sure if you can win a championship with this group, and I would think at this point they think that they can't more than they could, right? But you give it 1 full year. Celtics banged up, Pacers banged up. We know that. Even if they don't have the top 2 seed, they're probably going to do very well in the playoffs, you would think. See how far you go, and maybe there's something else that you identify that right now is not being talked about that you think will be a better solution than trading for Giannis over the summer.
Right. We don't know.
Maybe there's a different way to do it.
Fair enough. I would say, based on a lot of what you said before, and look at the Pistons, dude. Everybody's like, oh, Celtics are down, Pacers are down. Yeah. The Knicks, it's wide open, and now all of a sudden you look up, and the Pistons are the team that's dominating the NBA's Eastern Conference, and you would think only getting better with Cade Cunningham just being an absolute stud is going to continue to get better.
Yeah, my guy Dennis Jenkins from St. John's, I'm really happy for him. I still think that right now the Knicks would beat him in a 7-game series, but remember, I was worried about the Pistons a little bit going into the series because I knew how physical they were. Like, I didn't think the Knicks would lose, but I didn't think it would be a sweep like a lot of people thought. I don't know if you'll feel this. I was going to give you something about Giannis and pull a little bit of a name from the past. Imagine Giannis in a Knick uniform. Now, he's better than the player I'm about to mention, although the player I'm about to mention is a slightly better shooter for sure. When you look at Giannis, do you see a little Amari?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Really?
Me personally, no.
Wow, I do.
Amari Stoudemire, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't myself.
Do you know another Amari? I don't know another Amari in the world.
That's a good question.
I don't know one.
No, I know another Stoudemire, Damon Stoudemire.
Of course, from Arizona.
Yes.
The Mighty Mouse. Isaiah drafted him with Toronto.
Exactly.
Rookie of the year.
Amari Cooper, good one, Hoff.
Well, that's Amari.
Oh, you know the spelling of
100%. Come on, I'm a wordsmith, man. Comes with the territory. Amare with the little
I
thing.
thought you just want to go for a name. I don't think we were going for spelling.
Right, me neither.
Yeah, that's actually, you got a few more? I know you Google this.
No. Google.
No?
It's more my brain,
There's
bro.
got to be more Amaris.
Anybody else?
Amari Smith.
Who's that?
I don't know.
He's somebody.
It's a good guess. He's probably
somebody.
I was probably right. One last thing before we break, and then we'll get back. We'll finish up with the calls for the final hour of the show here. I think that this is the Knicks' best chance this year. I'm not saying that I expect them to win the championship. I don't. But you basically look at it. There's one real threat in the way. One in the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
And who knows if they stub their toe somehow, get caught in the Western Conference.
Mm-hmm.
You just never know. But when you only have one clear, it's not like you look at the East and, they got to get through the Celtics and they got to get through the Sixers and they got to get through the Pistons. There's really one team that is definitively better than them. And there's no guarantee that team will be there left standing. So they already have a good spot where they're at with talent if they make no more moves to get at least close enough to a championship. That's why I wouldn't be like, well, next year, the year after that. I really think the year to try to capitalize on actually winning a title is now.
Oh, man.
Brunson getting older.
Yeah, and that team-friendly contract's going to go away at some point. That's I don't know if I fully agree. I hear you. That could be a dangerous game. You better nail it if that's the case.
BT and Sal on the Fan. More of your calls. We come back, 888-808-1019.
The Nets entertain the Jazz. 7:30 tonight.
Is up, and it's in, and the Nets have the lead.
The home of the Brooklyn Nets is the Fan. 101.9 FM and always live on the free iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Odyssey apps.
Think Verizon's best 5G network is expensive? Well, think again. This season, bringing your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store for a better deal. Then use those unwanted bills to wrap up goodbye gifts to AT&T or cut them into snowflakes and celebrate your switch from T-Mobile. 'Tis the season to save at Verizon. Just bring in your bill to your local Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on RootMetrics Root Score report dated 1/8/2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms apply.
When businesses thrive, communities score. That's why Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup here in New York, New Jersey. And our more than 280 local business specialists are ready to help your business win. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday this season, all the way through the AFC Championship game. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppables beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness, so you can smell unstoppable.
I'm New Jersey Attorney General Matt Platkin. Every year, too many lives are lost in alcohol or drug-related crashes. These are preventable tragedies, and it's time to take a stand. Let's make New Jersey's roads safer for everyone. We are all counting on you.
Facing lymphoma, leukemia, or myeloma, John Thurr Cancer Center at Hackensack and Jersey Shore University Medical Centers offers pioneering life-saving options. Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Donato, head of the state's largest, most experienced CAR T-cell program, a treatment empowering your immune system to fight cancer. For personalized quality care in Hackensack or Neptune from the state's best cancer program, call 833-CANCER-MD.
Alcaraz, Anisimova, Pegula, and Tiafoe. The inaugural A Racket at the Rock takes center court at Prudential Center Sunday, December 7th. Featured are some of the game's biggest stars. Amanda Anisimova takes on Jessica Pegula, and Frances Tiafoe battles six-time Grand Slam champion Carlos Alcaraz. A Racket at the Rock, Sunday, December 7th. Get more info and buy tickets at cruisecenter.com/tennis.
friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
WFAN Sports Flash.
Good afternoon at 1 o'clock. I'm Andrew Bogish. Your Sports Flash sponsored by Chef IQ. Precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. And by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety. Whatever divorce talks may be happening between the Bucks and Giannis might be on hold for a bit. Giannis hurt his right calf early in last night's win over the Pistons, and now reports say he will miss 2 to 4 weeks. The Nets have won back-to-back games for the first time this season. They go for 3 in a row tonight, back in Brooklyn against the Jazz. Coverage at 7:20 on our FM side. Russell Wilson has some interesting plans for the Giants' free weekend. The veteran QB will be a guest studio analyst for CBS on Sunday. Thursday Night Football has the Lions hosting the Cowboys, who have won 3 straight. The losers' playoff chances take a huge hit. Detroit wideout Amon-Ra St. Brown and 3 O-linemen are game-time decisions. Westwood 1 coverage 7:30 on 660 AM. And on local ice tonight, the Rangers in Ottawa and the Islanders host the scorching hot Avalanche, who have just 1 loss in regulation this season. Fan weather is sponsored by Bet365. When it comes to sportsbooks, Bet365 has it all. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be located in New York. It's 39 degrees and mostly sunny in Central Park, and that's what's happening. Sports flashes top of every hour. I'm Andrew Bogish.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
BT and Sal back on the Fan. 888-808-1019, the number to call. Get back into those phone calls here in just a second. Couple of things that we got to get to before the final or during the final hour of the show. BT and Sal show on the Fan, presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Giants. You did watch that Diddy thing? We were just talking about that during the break.
I did. Well, I watched the first part. I think there's 4.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm going to dive into
is it 4?
We get the football game. Yeah.
Yeah. you have to watch the football game.
No, it's actually a big game. Before anybody, but this is a game that I actually want to watch.
I'm excited for this Cowboys-Lions game for sure. Yeah, we watched the first episode. And it was, I think, an hour or so. It must, I think it's 50 Cent who put this together. It's raw. Now we're starting getting into the Tupac stuff, which goes into episode ends with that, as that union begins with Biggie and maybe a little jealousy, and then now I'll see what happens in episode number 2.
How long is each episode?
About an hour, 5 minutes. I mean, it's got some meat to it. What I loved about the first one is that, and of course I knew this, but the footage is unreal. And Hoff, you'll appreciate this because you went to Stepanak. That's a good question. Like a lot of home videos when he started throwing parties, back in the day in the late 80s, early 90s, like they went into the relationship. Like his dad was a Bronx gangster, hustler. His mom was throwing wild parties. The Knicks used to go to the house. Like,
this is real? Like no AI?
No, this is real. And the reason I say Hoff, I mean, maybe he won't, I don't know, but I think he'll enjoy this element a little bit. He went to Stepanak. I went to Xavier Catholic High School. He went to Mount St. Michael. Did he? And I knew that, but some of the footage from him at Mount St. Michael it's I don't know where they got this footage from, but it's footage I've never seen. It's incredible. It's really good.
It popped up last night. That and what's the David Letterman show on Netflix?
Oh, with Sandler. I want to see that sit down. Yeah, I saw that last night too.
My Next Guest? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I love, me, I love David Letterman.
That's your boy.
So my 2 favorites, Dave Letterman and The Sandman. I cannot wait to watch that. Although I guess there's a new season coming out, so I went to check the new season
of Letterman's interviews.
Yeah, My Next Guest. What the hell is the name of the show?
I think that's what it is. Something with the guest. Yeah, I think you're right.
Anyway, and then so I guess the new season's going to be released soon. But that one episode with Sandler is already out there because it came up in like the top 10. Go ahead, Hoff.
My Next Guest needs no introduction.
There you go. Thank you. My Next Guest needs no introduction. Well, the title of my show does, apparently, because I can't remember it. But I just love Letterman and the beard and all that.
You like Letterman more than I do. I know he's a genius, but I was never a huge. I just thought he was kind of a jerk when the cameras went off.
So that and the Diddy thing, yes, that's high on the list.
Hey, we got some time coming up, so we can
Will you stop
Netflix.
with that? Speak for yourself, man. I got SNY tonight. Here's the thing. My wife last night, I went to play back the stuff from our show, the 3RQ.
Oh, look at you trying to get brownie points.
Bingo, you nailed
Nice.
it.
It worked.
But as I'm going through the 3RQ, the second one was not very good.
Is that what you said? You barely care about what she's doing, let alone her friends' plans?
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder why that
So
bothered
we were
her.
listening to that, but she sat there patiently, and then we got to the third one, and I could see that she was, enjoying it or emotional about it, whatever. But the number one thing that she said, she didn't even say, like, she just sat there and listened to it.
Okay.
And then she says at the end of it, I like that BT said I'm a pit bull.
There you go.
That was the takeaway. I told you I'd choose you over anybody else. Like, God forbid I say one little thing about having to go to a party at the in-laws' house or do something with her and Sammy on the weekend. I get ripped apart. Oh, how could you badmouth me on the radio? Blah, 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 blah. I go on yesterday, profess my love. I'd rather have nobody else. You're my partner. Times of need, I need you. And her takeaway is, I'm glad BT called me a pit bull.
One throwaway line.
Yeah. Jeez. What are we doing here?
My wife said that she listened to that segment too, and she said, I heard you say when you were making fun of what's the worst thing about the wives.
Yeah.
And they asked, Pete, do you want to participate? I said, oh, of course.
Yeah. And
That's all she heard.
We didn't ask you about that.
You jumped in so eagerly, you
Oh,
mean?
yeah. She was not very happy
You
with
want to
it.
hop in now and give us your the best thing about being married? Because we didn't give you that opportunity.
No
yesterday.
comment.
Long list, short list, new story, old story.
BT and Sal, the Fan, 888-808-1019. Mike is in Jersey City talking about the Yanks. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Before I make my point on the Yankees, I just want to say thank you to both of you. You guys are always good to your fans, and I do appreciate that. We all do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lifelong Yankee fan. People are talking about these off-season moves and what's it going to be. If you listen to what Hal said, if you listen to what Cashman said, you don't have to be Dick Tracy to read between the lines. There's not going to be any real significant moves. They're going to try and make some nice minor adjustments. They're going to run the team that they have back out there, and it's going to be another good, not great season. And BT, you went to Catholic school.
Yes.
Exactly what they tell you about purgatory in Catholic school is what is the Yankees. It's not bad. It's not great either. It's not hell. It's not heaven. It could be a lot worse. Could be a little better. We're in purgatory.
No, listen, I totally get where you're going, but I think what the Yankees give us is a little bit better than baseball purgatory, Mike. I think you're selling them short.
Well, I think it's interesting because from a Mets fan perspective, or whatever, pick a team that hasn't had the sustained success that the Yankees have. You would want that next level. It's like what we talk about with the Giants. Okay, you want McCarthy because you want to raise the floor from where it's been. Forget about the Super Bowl dreams for now. Just get us to the consistent, sustained success level. Then from there, we'll talk about the next thing. So I know every Met fan wants to see them win the World Series, and there's no reason to believe why they couldn't at some point soon, especially based on the resources. They have to get to a level of sustained success no matter what that the Yankees have been at forever. So the Yankees' expectations are beyond the sustained success. They've had it for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So what's next? The only thing that's next beyond the ultimate sustained success, 90-plus wins, postseason every single year, the only thing above that is to win world championships.
Is to be a champion again. Yeah, no, I get that, but like the way the caller framed it, playing off the purgatory example, that's to me, that's like, all right, baseball purgatory is a big market, so you're going to have a good payroll and at least a decent roster, and you continuously win 88, 89 games. You really never win divisions. You go to the wild card. You get bumped out early. The Yankees were in the World Series 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
So imagine if the Giants were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Right.
I mean, I know you didn't win it.
I get it. It wouldn't be as nuts as it's been for a long time. I'm not saying I would rather be the Yankees than the majority of other teams.
Me too.
But
I'd rather be the Dodgers the most right now.
Bingo. Yeah. And it used to be you'd rather be the Yankees. That's where we have a hard time with that. Mark is calling from Syosset about those football Giants. What's up, Mark?
Good afternoon, guys. First, I want to wish you both all the best going forward, whatever that is, because it's enjoyable to listen to me and talking sports every morning.
Thank you.
That's the first thing. And I just have 2 points on the Giants, one on the coach, one on the GM.
All right, let's go. What do you got?
To the coach, Sal, I can't disagree with you more about Bill Belichick. I think Bill Belichick, not only is the game passed him by a bit, but he also brings with him drama that the Giants will not need with regard to the girlfriend and all this other nonsense that comes along with Belichick at this point. That's the first point. And like I said, I think that Mike McCarthy is the better choice. I agree with BT. I think he's shown a winning. He knows how to win. And as a Giant fan, all we want is to win football games. And I think we have a better chance. And as far as the end is concerned, I really think they have to let go of Joe Sheen because if they're a dumpster here like they are now, you're going to have to fire him then, and that GM's going to want his own coach. So we're right back where we started, and it would remind me of what happened with the Jets when they kept alternating GM coach. You have to bring in both at the same time.
Clean start.
So bringing in a coach.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I'm sorry.
Thanks
We
for the
got
call,
right there.
Mark.
You get a little feedback there. Clean start. So you want what I want. He doesn't like Belichick. He likes McCarthy. And by the way, I know McCarthy is not perfect. I've always said that. You know, if you build a home, before you slap down the, I don't know, $1,000 brass door handle, if you could afford it at the front door, or whatever luxury little tiny item to top off the cherry on the home might be, you got to build the foundation. You got to have walls, man. You got to put sod down or at least try to grow grass so it's not just dirt patches. Like, there's got to be steps before that one last cosmetic, which is the Super Bowl, clearly. So I'm willing to build the walls, put down some floors, build a nice little island, get a little decor here, and then worry about the brass doorknob at the end when I know that there's a stable structure.
You look at McCarthy as a program builder.
I do. I think he's going to come in right now. I think his press conferences he'll be in command. Listen, I said this the other day, if you can handle the Dallas media is not like this media, but Jerry's presence is a lot more than anybody, let alone Mr. Mara, who's relatively low profile for the most part. So if you can coach in Dallas and win a few games, I think he was only 9-8, but he didn't go 2-15. He went 9-8 when Dak got hurt. So you proved to me that you could string something together when your star quarterback is out, and you could deal with the media because your owner's going out there after every single game holding the press conference like he's the Beatles. So you got to deal with that nonsense and going on the morning show. With my buddy RJ Choppy, RJ and Sean, those guys out there, sister station in Dallas, going on the radio show every single week, doing these ridiculous 30-minute interviews where you're getting content that is just making McCarthy's world a nightmare. If he can handle that, yes, I do believe he can handle this and stabilize it.
I'm just looking over the Cowboys franchise index, and it actually has not been as bad as it may seem. There was a lot of the 8-8s with Jason Garrett, okay?
Yep.
But then Garrett went 12-4. All right, rough year, 4-12 following that. That was probably the injury. Was that Romo at the time? Yeah, they probably lost.
Yeah, that was Romo.
Yeah, Matt Castle. Anyway, so let's start with Garrett's best year, 2014.
Okay.
12-4.
It's good.
Then Romo gets hurt, so forget that. 13-3, 9-7, 10-6,
okay.
8-8.
That's good. It's pretty good football. That's going the wrong direction.
But still.
Yeah.
Then McCarthy comes in and took over. 6-10.
All right.
And I forget the exact circumstance. And then 3 straight 12-5.
Here we go.
Before 7-10. My point is, he didn't take over a program that was in the abyss the way the Giants are. He's actually never done that. Because he didn't do that with the Packers either. The Packers have always been just a nice transition.
For sure. You got the quarterback for 15 years. Next guy up, let's go.
So I'm not knocking him. It's not a demerit. Well, you only went 12-5 and couldn't get the Cowboys over the hump in the playoffs. But the reality is he took a team... Specifically, he took that team over to get them over the hump. And he couldn't do that in the postseason. So do I know for sure he's going to elevate the Giants? I think he's a very good football coach. His record says that he is. But this is also an undertaking that
he has never done.
Correct.
That's very fair. But let me ask you this now. In the somewhat recent, like where you and I don't mean 50s, 60s, 70s, even into the early 80s, somewhat recent, that you and I would both know. Name the program builder in the NFL. I know a lot of program builders in college.
Right.
I could rattle off a bunch of those guys. In the NFL, outside of Parcells, who did it with the Jets, did it with the Giants, did it with the Pats, did it with Dallas to an extent. There's not many of those though.
Well, I mean, the names. It's the same names. Andy Reid, obviously.
All right, so Andy Reid.
The Harbaughs.
Oh, okay. So Andy Reid.
Specifically Jim.
Specifically, yeah. Because when he went to San Francisco, they were awful. Jim, yes.
It's wherever they go. It's wherever they go, clearly the team gets better. I mean, Vrabel.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Vrabel, I think is, yes. I
forget the exact situation he took over in Tennessee, but
I think he won 10. It was either 10 or 11 games in a row, 3 years in a row.
Right.
So, but I forget exactly what they were before that. That's what I'm trying to recall
Sean
as well.
Payton. I mean, come on, he built New Orleans up into
Sean's one. Sean's a good one.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying there's none. I just wanted to kind of go through it.
There are some, and I'm with you that it used to feel like there were more of those guys, maybe more retreads, whatever. It's not that you definitively need it. I'm just saying that there's a part of me, even Gruden, I would look at him as a guy who had success with the Raiders, building that up, leaving and then taking the Bucs over the hump.
But the Bucs were good. He won with somebody else's players.
Correct, but he got them over the hump to where Dungy couldn't do that.
But he didn't build it because we're talking about building it up.
Maybe not building, but I guess elevating. If not building, elevating the franchise to another level.
Taking the baton and finishing the race.
Gruden elevated the Raiders in the beginning, then he elevated the Bucs when he got there.
Yep.
And now, look, you could counter and say, well, what is Belichick? What did he build up? Because he took over a New England situation that was pretty good when Parcells left. Now,
Bledsoe was there.
I know, but he
pretty
did.
good. Terry Glenn, pretty good.
But he did build it into a dynasty.
Well, I know. But that's why he's Belichick. He's one of one.
And he's also, you're right, he's Belichick. So it's not, when you put in other coaches' names, you can say, well, what have they done? Okay, well, this is Bill Belichick. We're talking about the greatest head coach, arguably, of all time.
I don't even really think there's debate myself. You want to say Lombardi, whatever, but just to be fair, it's him. The only thing is, and I'm going to nitpick here, when we say, well, it's Belichick, and I just said it, so I get it. It's Belichick. But is it still Belichick? It's like one thing to say.
We don't know.
That's my concern. And I don't think it is.
And there's reason to believe it's not. There's evidence that, forget about the girlfriend, there's evidence to say that it might not be.
Correct.
That's a risk I would be willing to take. You would not. BT and Sal and the fan. Annabelle is calling from Bridgeport, Connecticut. What's up, Annabelle?
Hey, how you doing, guys? Thank you for taking my call.
Yep, you got it.
I've spoken with you guys before. I got a question for you guys. Let's say if the Mets sign Monicani.
Who?
Okay.
Murakami, yes.
He plays third base. He can play fourth base.
That's fine. Hop said he thought you said Manigat, although he really said Manicotti. You can't say it Manicotti. You got to say Manigat, but I know what it means.
Oh, Manigat, that was very funny, man. BT, that you said Manigat. Oh, my God.
It was Hop's line, so maybe that's why it was good.
Go ahead, Annabelle.
All right. Check this out. If the Mets bring him in, what are the chances of the Mets trying to get back Pete Alonso or sign Carl Schwarber?
If they bring in Murakami, probably none. And thank you for the call, Annabelle. Why would you bring in Murakami and have it be redundant with Pete Alonso and Kyle Schwarber? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
I also we talked about it yesterday with Schwarber.
Too many non-athletes in that group there. I'm not loving that trio.
Pick one.
Yeah, yes.
And that's it. And for me, Pete would be that one. I'm over Schwarber at this point.
I'm not. I think he's going to bang for years,
look
man.
At his strikeouts,
I know.
And he can't play. At least Pete is to me, more well-rounded offensive player and can play first base a little bit, which could open up the DH spot for some versatility, flexibility within the lineup.
I'm not going to debate that. We said about Pete defensively. We know the good debate. Okay, ninth inning, you're in L.A. Ninth inning, you're down in Philly. Ninth inning, you're in Atlanta, or you're at City against Atlanta's closer. Who do you want up? You want Schwarber or Pete?
Soto. You don't need
Let's
Pete.
say Soto's on base. Soto did his job, and Soto's on base as usual.
Yeah.
Who do you want, Schwarber or Pete? I'll take Schwarber.
I'll take Pete. I mean, I think you could. Pete,
do you really mean that? The way you said it, you're usually more convicted when you say things. Do you really believe that?
Pete's had big moments in the postseason.
I know. Ask Devin Williams, maybe new teammate.
As has Schwarber. I don't think that there's enough of a difference to me. And also, look at Schwarber this postseason. Hey, the Phillies have been the poster boys for failing in the playoffs the last couple of years. The Mets, the 2024 Mets, the OMG Mets bounced them in 4 games.
Those scrappy Mets.
Yeah, right. They bounced them in 4 games. And then this year, another disappointment. So I'm not, and you pay attention to sports talk in Philly. They were looking at Bryce Harper and Schwarber not being clutch enough down the stretch.
But then think about, they might be saying the same thing about us. Like, what are these idiots up in New York saying about the Pete Alonso?
Right.
I mean,
I'll take the known commodity here. Believe me, I'm not knocking Schwarber. 4 years ago to me, or whatever it was when he signed that deal initially with the Phillies, that would have been the time to get him. Now, I would rather have Alonso.
All right, so the strikeouts are insane. We understand that.
Bad, insane, leading the league.
He led the league, in 2022 and 2023, back-to-back, over 200.
Kills you in the postseason.
It does. A lot of empty at-bats. That's true. And then in the last 2 years, 197 and 100. So basically strikes out 200 times every year. I understand that, right? He's going to hit more home runs than Pete. Mm-hmm. He's going to be on base more than Pete. And, the batting average has gotten after a couple of frightening.
He's bad.
I know.
Buck 93,
No, that was
214.
last year was 240, and the year before that was 250.
Ooh, right.
That's
actually a big
Rod Carew now batting for the Mets. Here's Wade Boggs, Suzuki with the base. No, but I'm just saying that because while 250 is nothing to applaud, or 240, obviously, split the difference, say 245. The amount of time he's on base, which is 360, 370, which dwarfs Pete's on base percentage. I'm not the guy who says batting average means nothing. You know that. We've worked together long enough. You know that. But when the power is more clear, the selectivity at the plate in terms of being on base is clearly in the favor of Schwarber. I'll take the lower average and more strikeouts myself. Now, if Pete's Keith Hernandez at first base, or Dom Mattingly, or even Rico Bronya, there you go, Evan Huff, or Olerud, it's different. He's not.
BT and Sal on the Fan. Get more of your calls when we come back. Also, we had Hoff print out the 2026 Baseball Hall of Fame ballot.
Oh, I got it.
During the break, I want you to fill yours out how you would vote. I'm going to do mine as well.
I love this. We're going to do what? 10 each, right? 10 each? I think it's 10, right?
Well, I think you could do as many as you want.
Is that what it is? All these rules change with everything.
I think
posting in Japan, Hall of Fame.
It might be max 10. Like, you could do as few as you want, but it might be max 10.
There we go. Okay, that'll be fun.
So there's a reason why I want to do this today. I'll tell you that when we come back, but fill it out.
Okay, let's see. I can do it now. No, just kidding. We'll do it. All right, hey, let me tell you guys, Cash App's built for the city. You got a built-in security that is rock solid. Face ID, scam warnings, 24/7 chat support. It's like having a bodyguard for your money. Let's face it, guys, we all work too hard for our money. We don't want to let it slip through the cracks and not protect our money. So download the Cash App today. Use code WFAN. Send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and Cash App is going to drop $10 right back in your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. Cash App's a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit card issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Direct deposit, overdraft coverage, and discounts provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures.
Regular season battles in football. Off-season moves in baseball. The Yankees, Mets, Giants, and Jets all live here. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio app.
I'm Denton Day from the BetMGM Network, here to help you beat the books. Thursday Night Football, let's take the over 54.5 between the Cowboys and Lions. Both of these teams have prolific offenses and average 29 points per game. The Cowboys are 8-4 to the over this year. The Lions are 7-5 to the over this year. 54.5 is a big number, but with these offenses, I like it tonight on Thursday Night Football. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
HL Gross Jewelers of Garden City is Long Island's premier engagement and wedding ring destination. Visit HL Gross today or online at hlgross.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-242-3131. 800-242-3131.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just Peyton Manning. I'm also motivating Manning, and you too can be so much more.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Find excellence in every detail in a new Volvo. At Volvo Cars Ramsey, 8-time winner of the Volvo Excellence Award. Choose from excellent offers on a new Volvo XC40, XC60, or a new 2025 Volvo XC90. View our entire inventory at VolvoCarsRamsey.com. Find excellence in a new Volvo at Volvo Cars Ramsey, where it's all about you.
New Jersey's got a lot of winter wow. Wows to knock your ski socks off. Wows to warm your soul. And wows to blow your mind. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey, little state, lot of wow.
Gotham City football is coming. Be at MetLife Stadium for Week 14 as the New York Jets face the Miami Dolphins for the team's first ever rivalries game on Sunday, December 7th at 1 p.m., presented by Avery Dennison. Fans in attendance will receive a Rivalries rally towel while supplies last. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
For over 100 years, Sloman's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, they deliver more than just quality fuel. They deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, and 24/7 service, their dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Sloman's, the Tri-State's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving their community for generations. Give them a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn app.
BT, it's out back on the Fan. Let's have some fun here going over the Baseball Hall of Fame ballot. I know it's obviously you and I love to do it. I love talking baseball and Hall of Famers and all that stuff and diving into the numbers at least once a year.
It's my favorite thing, dude.
Yeah, we do it around around Hall of Fame time usually, so it happens once a year. So the reason why I even wanted to do this, I saw a story, I guess, yesterday that somebody who had an actual vote handed in their ballot. Did you see this?
I did not see this.
With one name selected and one name only.
Now, of all the years, quick reaction, of all the years where you could probably justify that, I don't think it's outlandish on the surface. It's a weak ballot.
Agreed. Who do you think that one name was?
The one name should be either, well, are they going to okay. Put the steroid guys aside for a moment.
Yeah.
All right, because it could be one of them, although it might not. I would say it would be Beltran or Pettit.
Neither.
Okay, then A-Rod or Manny.
Neither. David Wright.
Wow.
One
I
voter.
love David Wright, but that makes no sense.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Initially, I saw it and I was like, But then if you have to have a thought process as an individual voter. And if your thought process is, well, I'm not voting for the PED guys, that eliminates two of the prime guys on the ballot.
Yep.
The only one for me that was odd to leave off would be Beltran. I look at Beltran and say on this list, definitively, I don't know how you could watch baseball the years that Carlos Beltran played and not think he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, look at the numbers. Look at the way that he played. Switch hitter, gold glove defender, center field, big power numbers. Like
October hero. I don't know if you said that.
Yeah, to me, I did not say that. No.
Oh, yeah.
To me, watching Carlos Beltran, it's clear he was a Hall of Famer. Multiple teams, longevity, all that
you have
stuff.
to sell me, no doubt.
But I guess the case would be if you're penalizing A-Rod and Manny, even though they're PEDs, maybe you look at Beltran as a cheater because of the garbage can.
That was as a coach.
I'm just saying. No, he was still a player on that team.
Was he still playing at that? Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure he was still playing on the team.
I could be wrong on that. Okay, he was. He was. That's right.
But it was one of the, he was a reserve at that point.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that may be the logic there. So if that's your logic and you're ruling out all the potential quote-unquote cheaters, whatever, I could see how you want to say, you know what? I'm going to give a good guy who played the game with honor, played the game hard, at his peak, put up big numbers for a third baseman.
Yeah.
I could understand it. It's not what I would do, but at least I don't think it was as outlandish as it may seem on initial thought.
Well, listen, you know me. I mean, I understand that he just passed the straw man, and if he sticks around, 400, 500 home runs. I know historically what Pete is flirting with is a lifetime Met, provided he remains here. But I think it's laughable when I hear people say that, and a lot of people I respect and respect their baseball opinions. They very easily reach for that statement. Pete's the best position player in Mets history. No, he's not. It's David Wright. That's just my opinion. But I mean, David Wright was faster. He's a better fielder. He's just whatever. I think David Wright is phenomenal. I always will love and always support David Wright. One of my all-time favorite Mets by far. The problem is, I don't think this is the ballot to do it. I think the case would be like a Mattingly or Hernandez now on the other ballot.
Right.
When they, the veterans, and even that name has changed, whatever the hell you call that. Hopefully both of our guys get in. In years, if we're debating David Wright
the Veterans Committee.
Yeah, well, but I thought it was even different than either way. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I think if David Wright is on that, and he will because he won't get in conventionally, then let's fight the fight for David Wright. Not now. Not on this ballot.
I do think there is an argument to be made, especially when you look at Scott Rowland getting in. And I personally love David Wright more than any Met that I've ever loved before, like on a personal level. Forget about it as a fan, because as a fan, Beltran to me was always the best player. Wright was supposed to be that guy, but personally, I think he is a Hall of Fame person.
Yes, he is.
No doubt about it.
His documentary was awesome on SNL.
Oh, my God.
I've seen him coach his kids. He's great.
Now, he did not. I did not put him on my ballot. I tried to eliminate that. So how many did you come up with? You could vote for as few as 0 and max 10.
I got 4.
Wow.
It's a light ballot, dude. This is not a good ballot at all.
I went 5.
All right, so what made it seem like you had 9 more?
I thought you would be more...
Really? More lenient, more liberal with this?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I thought so.
No, if anything, I'm a tough grader.
All right, so go down the list left in order. Who's your first one on there?
Beltran.
Okay, me too. So we agree on Carlos Beltran.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your next one?
Felix Hernandez.
Me too.
Okay, here we go.
We're thinking the same thing. Now, let me just explain that a little bit, because I did look up his numbers to back it up.
And the numbers are a little light, but we've got to have some rationale.
Yeah, no, but they're a little light. So when I'm doing this, my rationale for voting would be, okay, initial gut instinct. I watched them play, the feel around it. We're not watching every start from Felix Hernandez. Felix Hernandez at his peak, you felt it. You knew King Felix and how dominant he was. That, to me, is Hall of Famer. It should start from there. And then I start to think of some of the other guys who were in. Mike Messina comes to mind. I know there were plenty of others. And I'm like, God, Felix Hernandez was way more dominant. Messina was good.
Yeah.
Felix Hernandez was dominant. So, and now, by the way, now that we think this through, I probably know where our one discrepancy is.
Okay.
But I have King Felix on there, and you look up the numbers, and he had just years of dominance, dude, and just 200 innings.
Horse.
Yeah, absolute horse.
He was Cy Young. He's got a couple of ERA titles, 6-time All-Star. Now, and listen, he's in, but for those dissenters, well, no 20-win seasons. Okay, whatever. And this is a little disconcerting for me, though. I still give him the nod. His high was 19, then he had 18, but then it dropped. His third most wins ever was 15. Even the year that he won the Cy Young, I think he had 12 or 11 or 12. It was very, very low. That was a big debate there. I look at it this way. Number one, just in any candidacy here, as I jump in and I see a name, if I have to do research, which is rare because I almost have an immediate reaction, but if I don't, volume of stats, right, or your impact, your place in the game. Yeah. And that's why Mattingly should be in for me and some others. But King Felix for a bunch of years was a stud.
All right, who's your third one?
Andrew Jones should be in.
Wow, he's not on there. So we have a different discrepancy.
I got to sell him. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, so first of all, now, he doesn't have the magic number for 500 home runs. He's got 434. And there was a fairly dramatic drop from his prime years, okay, to, when he was bouncing around, playing for the Yankees for a minute as well, and some other teams. But when you look at the 10 gold gloves, I saw highlights of Willie Mays, and obviously I saw Griffey in real time. I don't think I've ever seen a more impressive center fielder defensively than Andrew Jones. I really mean that. And he had easy power, not 500, but easy power. And he was on an elite team. I know he never won the World Series, but, every year the Braves were a power. And I remember when he was 19 years old, hit 2 bombs against Pettit in the World Series, Game 1, 96, youngest to do that, to homer in the World Series since Mickey Mantle. There's just too many checks in this man's column. So for me, Andrew Jones is a Hall of Famer. But I understand the resistance.
Yeah, You know what? I left him off with the initial feel, and I used to love him as a player, especially in '96 in the World Series when he first came up.
Of course you did.
10-time Gold Glover. That was definitely a part of it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I just pulled it up now. The power numbers consistently.
434. Almost 450 home runs.
Yeah, year after year. And
nothing about a slap hitting center fielder.
And I'm assuming he did it clean in the midst of a steroid era. That probably is a mistake on my part, leaving him off, but nonetheless.
So we could be 3 for 3 is what we're saying.
Who's next on your list?
Pettit.
Yeah, I left him off.
Okay,
so we're way off here. We're not in.
Okay.
I had a little X next, so I wanted to put him on.
Yep.
Postseason, yes. Dynasty Yankees, yes. Big game, yes. Couldn't justify it looking at the lack of black on the baseball ref.
You know, for a long time I was in that camp. The more I thought about this and the more I've seen others get in, you know, this is a while ago, but like a Don Sutton. You know, I didn't see Don in his prime, but I know all the numbers. Even Burt Blyleven, come on. Some of these other fairly pedestrian pitchers that they opened the doors up for. Number one, you know, Andy Pettit won 62% of the games he ever started. Yeah. That is insane. Number two, he got over 250 wins. Number three, it's a 5-time World Series champion. Now, I ask not only every Yankee fan, I ask every baseball fan in this city hearing this right now, if you're old enough, how many games did Andy Pettit get the ball? And I don't even mean in the World Series. I mean, like, series before that. I know he got roughed up against the Diamondbacks. He had a few duds as well. Yankees down 0-1, short series, Pettit on the hill game 2, must deliver a gem, or the Yankees are down 0-2. He did it a lot. So to me, and the more I think about this, I didn't always feel this way. I think that as time has gone on, I'm not just saying this because he's a Yankee. You know that about me by now. I actually think that he might get the most disrespect in terms of being ignored and glossed over and marginalized and minimized. I would vote for Pettit.
Yeah, I would. If you asked me years ago, I would say yes based on postseason. Hard to justify that. So I ruled out all that stuff and just went, okay, give me your gut. Who's Hall of Fame player? So who'd you leave off here? Of the next,
everybody. So only had 4.
Who's your last one left?
No, I got 4. Didn't I say I have 4?
You had 4, and I had 5.
4. Yes,
that's it.
Yeah. You have 5. I have 4. So you have somebody that I don't, and you don't have Pettit.
I have 3 people that you don't.
Okay, we agreed on Beltran. We agreed on Felix. We could have agreed on Jones. Now hit me with the differences with you.
Manny, A-Rod,
okay,
and K-Rod.
You know what? K-Rod?
Yeah.
Come on, K-Rod.
Are you kidding me?
Get the hell out of here,
For a
K-Rod.
closer? What do you mean get the hell out of here?
Give me some numbers.
I'll give you some of the numbers. First of all, forget the numbers. You remember at his peak, he was
unhittable for a couple of years. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about that.
Led the league in saves, 45, 47, 62.
I got to look this
up. In between there, he had 40. 35, 25, 23 at that point, started to dip off a little bit.
Okay.
Career ERA 2.86.
That's almost 3. I mean, it's not.
Okay,
it's
but
good.
For a reliever,
the reliever should be lower because you're doing Eckersley, Mariano, Bruce Sutter, Gossage.
What are their careers?
I mean, Mariano's like 2. Whatever. Anyway, nobody's Mariano. So that's unfair.
Forget Mariano. I'm talking about if you're judging him based off of a reliever, closers. K-Rod was he's certainly more dominant than Lee Smith. And if now, even Hoffman, I'd rather have K-Rod at his peak than I would Trevor Hoffman.
I always thought Trevor Hoffman was overrated. I don't love a closer whose best pitch is a changeup. Well, as I say that, good luck with Devin Williams. But I want a guy throwing cheese. I really do.
3 top 5 Cy Young Award finishes.
I know. That's really good. My problem now.
You maybe just don't like closers. Like I'm looking at
I do. I'm okay with closers. I have no problem. Like Bruce Sutter. I'd have to look at Lee Smith's numbers a little bit more, but it was also a very different game. My thing about K-Rod, my initial reaction was like, what? I know he was sick. I didn't realize the exact. I knew there was like 60-something. It was 62, as you said it. I knew he had a couple of years that were just off the charts. I knew that.
And his ERA should be even better, but his later, he had some bad years.
Well, but that's part of the resume. No, that's his fault, not my fault.
I'm going based on the peak. That's what I'm looking at.
Like a Mattingly kind of thing.
Correct. Yeah.
Fair enough. I looked, though, and from fairly inconsequential his first 2 years. When you look at his first good year at the age of 22 and in 2004, 04, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are his really good years, and he's a 4-time All-Star. And then from that point on, and he plays 9 more years, doesn't really do anything.
Why no Manny or A-Rod for you?
You know what? I glossed over that. I've said for a long... But you know what? I'll tell you why. Because I didn't see Bonds on the thing. Like, I am at the point, put them all in. I don't mean Sosa. I don't think Sosa was that. I saw him with the White Sox. I saw that. Playing against the Yankees before interleague, skinny, playing right field. Those old White Sox, I can still see him playing right field in the Bronx. Not that guy. Steroids made Sosa. Steroids or PEDs, HGH enhancements, did not make Bonds, did not make A-Rod. Even they made McGuire more, but even with they had 49 home runs.
I put him in the Hall of Fame too.
Me too. Yeah. So because I didn't see Bonds' name, maybe I didn't take it as seriously as I should have. Do I think Alex should be in? I do. Do I think Bonds should be in? I do. Do I think Clemens should be in? No doubt. Do I think Bonds should be in? Yes.
BT and Sal on the Fan. We'll finish up on the phones. We come back 888-808-1019. You get that Cadillac there?
I got a little Cadillac. Always got a little Cadillac for you this time. Let's get the Cadillac. Yeah. Cadillac ski. Hey, this winter, celebrate the joy of the season in an all-new electric SUV from Cadillac. We've been telling you about Cadillac for quite some time, the official sponsor of the BT and Sal show. We love them. Make every drive exciting with the innovative technology and the optic, and you can arrive confidently, Sal, with the sophisticated stylings of the Lyriq.
Yeah, and discover the comfort of the spacious 3-row Vistic. Experience EV luxury like never before at the season's best sales event. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer. The BT and Sal show presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Giants.
It's Chris McMonagle overnights on the Fan, 101.9 FM.
I went to Tyrod Taylor for a distinct reason, to get a feel for what this offense could be with a at least competent starting quarterback.
Listen to C-Mac on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Andrew Perloff with an Odyssey Sports Minute. The Lions and Cowboys enter tonight's game heading in different directions. The Lions have major injuries all over their roster, and the Cowboys are red hot. But counting out Detroit might be a mistake, because at 7-5, the Lions are desperate. Expect anyone who can play to be out there, because the season comes down to tonight for them. The Cowboys are playing great, but they'll be put to the test in Detroit. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Paid for by term provider. Premiums will vary. Plans depend on age, location, and other factors. Visit bigloot.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-1509. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-555-1509 or biglou.com.
Visit WFAN.com/contest to enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to a Racket at the Rock, the inaugural unique exhibition celebrating the world's best tennis players at New Jersey's biggest stage, Prudential Center, on December 7th. From our friends at Prudential Center.
Every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel, because with FanDuel's Thursday touchdown jackpot, you can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. To get in on this Thursday's action, all you have to do is place an anytime touchdown scorer bet before the game kicks off. And if your player scores the first or last TD of the game, you'll win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/Gio to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/GIO for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. FanDuel Sportsbook, also the official partner of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last TD pick. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me."
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
York sports on The Fan.
Hey, Newyorkinos! Fast, reliable internet puede ser tuyo when you switch to Fios. Por tiempo limitado, combine Fios Home Internet and a line of mobile por solo $69.99 a month. Get unlimited welcome for $50 a month with autopay, plus taxes and fees when you bring your phone. And add Fios 300 Mbps for $19.99 a month with autopay, mobile plus home discount, and bonus discount. Visit your tri-state area Verizon store hoy mismo to get this limited time offer and switch to our reliable red 5G 100% fibra óptica for eligible new Fios internet and mobile customers. Both the 15 monthly discounts for Fios and bring your phone apply over 36 months. Mobile and home discounts enrollment required. 99 Fios setup charge applies. For unlimited welcome, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE might be temporarily slower than other traffic in times of congestion. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
I'm Colonel Callahan of the New Jersey State Police. If you're caught driving impaired, you'll face hefty fines, a suspended license, and maybe even jail time. Worse yet, you might cause a crash that could devastate someone's life. Be responsible. Don't drive impaired. We are all counting on you.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
On the golf tee, it's Skechers World Champions Cup. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. It's PGA Champions Tour golfers from all over the world. Team USA versus Team Europe versus Team International. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. The competition will be tense, but feet will be comfy. Tune in to Skechers World Champions Cup. Final round of golf on Sunday, December 7th on ABC, 1 to 5 p.m.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, The Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
BT and Sal back on The Fan. Let's finish up here on the phones. BT 888-808-1019 is the number to call. Larry is calling from Cranford, New Jersey. What's up, Larry?
You guys are going to be missed. Sorry that we're not going to be able to tune into you.
Well, you will, just not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Right? Is that the best way to say that?
That's the only way to say it at this point.
That's kind of what I meant.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Larry. We
man.
appreciate
Thank you
it.
very much.
The New York Yankees need such a change of face and voice and approach. I'm talking about Aaron Boone. And I know he's going to be around, I guess, for this coming season, but the team desperately needs, and I think the fans desperately need, a whole new thing. I don't know if you agree with that, but
I don't, but listen, Larry, I understand why some people would say that. I don't agree with that because I don't see the message not getting through enough to justify moving on from Aaron. There's an expiration point for everybody.
I was just going to say, he's got to win, though, this year.
Yeah, I get it. I understood. Not running from that.
I would have moved on from Cashman and Boone years ago. Not Boone's fault, but just because of a change of direction.
Yeah.
If they're going to keep doing the same thing, somebody eventually is going to have to be changed.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's Cashman, then it's going to be both. But if it's not going to be Cashman...
Here's the problem.
I'm not saying he's at fault.
I get it. And by the way, Boone's not perfect. We know that.
Oh, yeah, right.
Come on. But I think he's pretty good. And, you talk about...
He'd get a job in a second, too.
Whether it's on TV, whether it's in a dugout. I know. He'd be hired. I would agree with that. So let me just warn every Yankee fan that wants Boone gone. What the Yankees have morphed into, do you really think that they're going to hire the kind of manager, quote unquote, that you really want that's quote unquote opposite of Boone? Now, Aaron whether it's with John Boy, whether it's you and I a little bit, he's really pushed back on the analytics. And, if he was blatantly lying, he would have been called for it because he specifically named other teams. The Orioles, teams in the division. The Yankees are the least, according to Aaron, but I believe him, the least analytically reliant and driven team in the American League East. Okay, if you want to accept that or not, that's fine. That's up to you. But when eventually the Yankees are going to hire a new manager, when they do you think they're going to bring in somebody like Billy Martin or Joe Girardi? No. The answer is no.
Obviously not.
So at least Aaron Boone, even though he's not perfect, to me, is a really good mixture of old school authority, at least with the umpires, and a little red ass in them, right? New age understanding of which is not so much new, not that new anymore. The numbers and the modern analytics, and I think he's a good balance of temperament, and I think he's a great balance of temperament in this city, which does matter.
And he applies the data exceptionally well.
Now you just get to take this one out the door, aren't you? You should text him, see if they need somebody to join the Department of Dons there.
Already did.
No, you didn't.
Already did. And he didn't, you were out the day that on Halloween.
Yeah.
I think I was the only one to show up for work that day, and not just this show.
Hey, I show up a lot. I don't take batting practice like Goff does. But then again, I wasn't invited.
Well, I'm talking
about
Evan and that show either. But anyway, I was here in full costume on Halloween, and I'm not sure Booney loved my costume that day.
Did you actually text him and say, do you have a job? You didn't actually say that. Did you really?
No, I'm just saying he didn't love
I understand.
Yeah.
Did he get back to you? Did he let you know he didn't appreciate it? The answer is yes. I don't blame him.
Why did you come on?
Why don't you get dressed up like Mendoza, who fumbled his bullpen all year, won 83 games? You're getting on the guy who won 94 and was in the World Series the year before.
It was the caller. The caller called up with the Yankee Department of Nerds, and I was like, you just nailed it. This is brilliant. DON, I'm stealing it. I'm the one who started the data applicator stuff, which is not a knock. It's today's day and age. Everybody's applying that data. Mendy's got to apply the data. Boone's got to apply the data. Everybody applies the data. They're not managers. They're the data applicators. That's where it came from. But Boone is I agree with you, all kidding aside. He's a fiery competitor. He's a baseball lifer. It's not his fault the way the Yankees organization operates. However, it is the New York Yankees. It is New York. If you don't win a championship.
Yeah. I'm not pushing back on that.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
I get it. I get that part.
To me, he would be of all the issues, he's the least of the issues.
I've said that too.
But he's the manager, and those guys have bullseyes on their back. Aaron is calling from Australia. What's up, Aaron?
Wow, Australia.
Hey,
mate.
Hey, Sal. How you going, mate? Been a while since I called.
What's going on? Are you sure this isn't Gio with his general manager of the Nets impersonation? What's going on, Aaron?
Yeah, no, mate. I'm a Mets fan from way back. I called Sal when he was on the overnights about 2 years ago. We had a conversation about it, and I just obviously
call me in a couple of weeks.
Caught up with the news.
Guys can talk all day.
A little while, mate. Yeah, it's been you're hard to get through to, but I don't know whether the phone lines down here suck or what. But man, look, I heard the news and I've watched you guys from the start. I thought you guys have been fantastic. It's been such a funny show. I drive around at West Australia a lot listening to you guys on the podcast. And, I drive for hours. So you doing 4 hours is always really, really handy. And man, there's been times when I wanted to almost drive off the road. You've had me in stitches. So,
very nice of you. We appreciate that.
No pity. We're really happy for you guys. Wherever you go, we'll be following you. Wanted to just throw some Met stuff at you, Sal.
Yeah.
Look, I found it interesting that you guys were talking beginning of the year about construction of the teams. Yankees did it one way. They did it about pitching. The Mets did it another way. And obviously the Yankees were coming up. What changes Mets-wise to their structure? I know everyone's talking about Bellinger and Tucker and all these sorts of things, but from a pitching perspective, outside of Valdez, I'm not really hearing a lot about how they're going to fix the pitching, and that I think to me is really important for them. What do you reckon? Who do they pivot to if Valdez doesn't come off? Who's next? Who can the Mets go and get we can know, Sal, that they got a 5-man rotation that we can trust?
Aaron, thank you so much for the call and for your support. That really means a lot to us.
That's all. I'm in Australia, dude. That's pretty wild.
We appreciate the loyal listening and downloading the podcast, all that stuff. There are some rumblings. There was a report today from the Post about the Mets being interested in Joe Ryan. There's a thought with Freddie Peralta being available potentially from the Brewers. I would be okay with either one of those guys, plus a free agent signing. I don't even want Valdez. I want Ranger Suarez. Okay. And then from there, Amai would be my guy. So if you could add either Ryan or Peralta and Ranger Suarez, I mean, I know some people say Michael King. I would rather Suarez, but at least one of the top free agents, and add Tatsuya Amai from Japan, I think that's a pretty solid beginning to putting together a rotation here. Factoring in Noel McLean's going to be here. You're not trading him. You got Clay Holmes still a part of this thing. David Peterson. I think that should be enough for the Mets to go into the season with.
Yeah, I mean, there's options for them, and they need many. What I think is going to be interesting, if McLean really becomes, I think, the star that this young man's